Right, let's give this a little bash then, shall we? What's good, everybody? It's the day, potentially anyway, that we managed to get ourselves into the playoffs. That would be fantastic. We're away to Zagreb. It's we're up against the Croats today. Very good stadium. The Stadion Maskimir is a very, very beautiful place. Very nice stadium indeed. Been looking at it in the pre-match, just kind of taking in the sights and stuff. The Celtic fans are in good voice, to be fair. The away-ins going to have a good couple of thousand in there. You can already tell, man, we've shown up in force, which is always nice to see. How's everyone doing? No, hope everyone's well. If anyone can just confirm to me that things are running and they're not laggy and choppy and, absolutely awful to look at, because I don't know performance mode and all that good jazz. But I hope yous are good, hope yous are well. I mean, this is going to be an interesting one, for damn sure. Nothing else to really add on to this, man. I am hyped, I'm excited, because obviously, as previously aforementioned, if we win tonight, we throw ourselves straight into the playoffs. We don't need to even worry about what happens in the two games afterwards between Young Boys and Aston Villa. Obviously, Young Boys is the easier of the games that are left, but if we get the result against Zagreb tonight, it basically just means that we can tee ourselves up a little bit, you know what I mean? And actually having a safety net in the Champions League is insane for us, considering the fact that, the last 2 seasons combined, we've got a grand total of like fucking the amount of points that we have now, so this is as good as a chance as any. Zagreb are a good side, but they haven't been in the best when it comes to domestic form. However, in the Champions League, they have got 2 wins of the last 4. They've not played bad by any means. They've managed to kind of do what's necessary to stick themselves about. They've not been bad, but hopefully we just get ourselves a decent kind of showing today and things just work out, because if we play well, fantastic, but it's more or less just a simple case of don't make any, stupid mistakes. We know the reason we didn't beat Bruges was simply because of a poorly timed back pass. So if we don't do any of that shit today, then hopefully this game against Zagreb could be something very similar to what we had to do against Aberdeen last week, where we just kind of hung in there a little bit, had to kind of take it to the later stages of the game, but we don't need to be perfect against Zagreb, we just need to be good enough. So hopefully that's the case. How you doing, Christoph? Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you indeed. Hope you're well, fella. Hope you're well. But I'll kind of load up the main things that I need to load up just to make sure that they're all working as intended. I think they are, but like I said, the table's an interesting one. I'll just give a little glance at that now. In terms of positioning, we're both very similar results across the board when you look at it. The only difference being that we haven't lost 2, we've drawn 2 instead. Obviously that game against Bruges could have been a win, realistically should have been a win, but nonetheless, that's football. Sometimes you're not always going to get what you're due. Zagreb have made a fair case of point, especially after their opening match day defeat to Bayern Munich. We all know how heavy that was, but they managed to respond in kind, and like I said, 2 wins in the last 4. They've not been particularly bad. They're actually, about the same form as us when it comes to the Champions League, give or take. But like I said, we've been just that little bit more consistent, although we have had that heavy defeat as well. So if you're looking at 2 teams that are evenly matched on paper, this would probably be one of those types of games. There's a lot going on tonight. Obviously, like I said, it doesn't matter with other results. If Celtic win, if we get all 3 points, we stroll straight in, no questions or problems asked. But we still need to be consistent enough to basically get the job done. I'm just going to knock the volume down on this a little tad more, just so it's a little less irritating for anyone that might be hearing it. It's the thing about having Spotify, so thingy that's just going to do that sometimes. But nonetheless, we're good. Hopefully everything's working out, and I'm excited, man. I can't say anything else, you know what I mean? It's one of those. But if you want a little, look at the lineups, we've got about 5-10 minutes give or take before we kick off here. But Zagreb have came out with a side that you would expect them to come out with if you've been watching them over the last few match days. I mean, I was watching the last match day to get a rundown on how they played. They were okay. They were unlucky. I think that's probably the nicest thing I can say. But I mean, at the end of it all, Zagreb are a strong side. They've got some players that you might recognise, especially if you're a fan of French football over the last 5-6 seasons. There's a couple of faces in there that are certainly recognisable to me for teams like Saint Etienne and stuff like that. But to run through the rest of the team very quickly, they've got Zagoric in between the sticks, very decent goalkeeper, does what he needs to do, very simple, very tall, I have to say. But the full backs are 2 that are very respectable and they're alright. Pierre Gabrier's an okay left back. I wouldn't say he's better than the one we've got, but Rostovski on the other side's a very, very competent fall back. He can certainly get some crosses in if you get him up that side well enough. The kind of centre back pairing of Bernauer and Theophile Catherine's a pretty respectable one. Like I said, Theophile Catherine's the one that I recognise from Saint Etienne back in the day. If you're like FIFA 14, FIFA 15, he was a really good starter card, so I kind of remember that one. I mean, it's going to be a damn interesting one, you have to kind of say that much. Hey, day number 6, nice to see you, man. Oh, thank you so much for the donation as well, by the way. That's very kind of you, fella. How you doing, man? Hope you're well, hope you're good. Good luck to everybody. Oh, I mean, that's the kind of minimum. We're running through it there now, fella, but this is going to be definitely up for debate, man. It's going to be good. It's going to be interesting for sure. The midfielders are interesting because Casavenda's a very okay midfielder. He's done a lot of the good for Zagreb, especially when it comes to the Champions League matches. Erosion on the other side, it's okay. I think Xhaka, or I think it's pronounced like that. If I'm wrong, then my bad, but I'm just going off of, kind of basis names, I guess. I'm doing my best to pronounce them on site. A little bit difficult. But Butorino's a respectable one. He's the one that's in the thumbnail today, and probably the kind of key threat for them. Very solid, very good. Definitely can cause some problems. But Spikic on the other side's pretty decent as well. And Kulinovic has actually got a few goals for them as well. But the case is, they should be, relatively easy to deal with. How you doing, Simon? Nice to see you, Phil. Hope yous are all good. Likewise with you, Jock. Likewise with you, James. Hope you're well, fellas. Hope yous are all doing smashing. Our team is pretty straightforward. The only changes that might be slightly controversial, I guess, if you want to even put it like that, is the changes that we've made in the midfield. Bernardo holds his position and Giles does not start, and of course Taylor holds his spot. I mean, if you want to make another point, Scales isn't starting, but Trusty has been very trustworthy, to put it nicely, over the last few games, so I think it makes sense to play with the defensive shape that we've got. Taylor's competent on a cross, he just needs to not get caught out, especially with those quick counters that can maybe catch him cold sometimes. But the rest of the team I like. Rio playing on the left, it's about what you would expect. Maeda and Kun starting was always going to be a given, and of course Furahashi. He found his form a little bit in the game against Hibernian. He managed to get himself a really nice goal. If you've seen that one back at all, very nice finish. So if he can get something similar going today, that would be fabulous. It would be absolutely fucking fabulous. I would be very, very pleased. I'd be very chuffed. I'd be very happy. It's going to be good. No matter what happens, it's going to be good. A point isn't bad. I just don't want us to lose, because then it means that the last two games all of a sudden become an oh shit type moment. And while we're still in relatively good position, like I said, 10 points is that safety net. 11's a guarantee. So if we win tonight, we're in. It's as straightforward as that. If Zagreb win, they're technically in as well. So both teams have all to play for. It's certainly an interesting one for sure. But like I said, it's always up for interpretation. It's going to be good no matter what. Of course, you look at the kind of tables. We're not going to be pushing in towards the top 8 anytime soon, even if we win every game we've got left. But we can, like I said, put ourselves in a very solid position to finish guaranteed in the top 24. And that's all we really care about right now. So hopefully we get ourselves started. And we've got a good start to the night. A wee donation's always good to kick things off, man. Thank you very much for that. Hope everyone's doing well. We'll love to see that, Michael. Hope you're well as well, fella. Zagreb fans have came in a pretty good voice as well, I've got to say, man. But I am buzzing for this. I am absolutely buzzing for this, man. McGregor looks ready. They all look ready. They're ready to ball. They're ready to play, boys. It's going to be good. Have some faith. We're going to absolutely smash them. Pick a number between 1 and 3. I'll go 1. Right, because that's what Celtic are, man. Number 1. Absolutely love this, man. This is going to be good. I mean, I say that in about 10 minutes and we're going to be like 3-0 down. I'll want to kill myself. I'll be one of those types here. I really hope it isn't. But if it does turn out to be like that, then fair enough, I suppose. I'm just hoping for the best, man. But the boys look ready. They don't look as nervous as they did in the last match, that's for damn sure. They kind of have a little bit of confidence in their face. They seem to be a wee bit kind of happy and ready to roll. And that's good. That's what you kind of want to see. How you doing, man? Nice to see you, Jeff. Evening to you as well, fella. How you doing, Lizzie, as well? Nice to see you, love, as well. 3-1 Celtic. Very good prediction, Caden. I don't know how this will go. I think this is one of two kind of games. Like I said, it's either Celtic have come to play and this is going to be, a straightforward 2-0 type win, or alternatively, and what I think is going to happen is that Zagreb, because they're going to have to play hard, this is going to be a close scoring affair. Now, whether that be a 2-1 or a 3-2, I think both teams score. I don't see this being a draw because both teams will have to go for it, right? A draw doesn't do either team that much good, right? It certainly would favour Celtic a bit more. Having, 9 points isn't horrible. But, again, you want to kind of staple yourself into the kind of playoffs as early as possible. There's a few teams that have already done that, so hopefully we manage to get something going today. That's the bare minimum. Oh, man. We have to make sure that we're doing a relatively good job. It's just about how Bernardo fits into this system. If he's going to be convincing or not, that's going to be an interesting one, I have to say. Hey, David, nice to see you, man. Great bench for backup too. Very much so, man. Very much so. That's number one, that equals £10 per point. Do not worry about that, honestly, don't thingy about donations at all. Like I said, I'm more thingied about subscribers, so see if you want to do me a solid, mate, just get one person per point to come and subscribe. That's what to do, my man. That is absolutely what to do. How you doing, Jay? Nice to see you as well, man. Glad you didn't pick 3, I know. Jesus. But nah, you don't need to do that, fella, honestly. You're more than contributing to the channel just by being here. That's more than fine. We're about to get rolling. We're about to get rocking. We're about to get rolling. We're about to get balling. It's time for some football, gentlemen. It is time for some sports. It's time for some domination, hopefully. Let's get some fucking going. Well, I wouldn't say the stadium's bad. I don't know if it's just because I like old-fashioned stadiums. Like, I love... I don't know, I just love old-fashioned stadiums. I don't really know how else I can describe it. I like them, see like Belgrade stadiums and stuff like that, or like IAK stadiums in Greece. I love those stadiums, they're just old-fashioned and, you know, they have charm to them. They're not like inside of a box, like modern looking, all that good shit. But let's read out the lineups one last time before we get rolling, just in case you've came in and you're curious of what the lineups are. We'll start with Zagreb. Forgive me if I butcher pronunciations. It's Zagreb starting between the sticks with Pierre Gabriel Bernauer, Theophile Catherine and Rostovski playing as their kind of defensive line, so to speak. Casavenda and Roge as their two holding centre mids, with Buturina playing as their central attacking one, with Spikic and Piacha playing out on the left and right respectively, and Kulinovic starting as their front man out right. And of course our lineup, the lineup that should hopefully make a little bit of history today. Schmeichel starts in between the sticks with Taylor and Johnston playing as our full back pairings, with Trusty and Carter Vickers being the trustworthy centre back pairing in between them both. Rio Hatai starts on the left. Our skipper as always starts centrally, but a switch up, it's not in jails, it's Paolo Bernardo that comes in for this one. Kun playing just ahead of him in the right position. Furuhashi doing what he needs to do, hopefully gets himself a goal. Fantastic, would be fantastic. I would hope he is fantastic today. But we have kicked off, the ball is rolling, I am fucking ready to go. Maeda's on the left, stats, refresh, we should have live score. There we go, banging. Right, football time, gentlemen, let's focus up. Oh. Straight away Carter Vickers is looking to play it central as a step in, and already a chance for us to break. Could have been dangerous there. Zagreb have won the ball back, maybe not the greatest touch for Kyogo. Played out towards Piaget, that's a very well controlled pass back. Peter Gabriel's just going to play it safe back towards the goalkeeper. There's a bit of a chase on for Kyogo to force the issue. Ball sent high. Taylor doesn't necessarily win the knock on, but keeps it somewhat respectable, so we'll take that, not so bad at all. Main stance in another city, fair enough, man. It might look better with the fans. I mean, they are there. I do want to assure you they very much are there, but it's just like, again, old fashioned. It's like a, you know, like a track and field stadium. That's a great pass out towards the left hand side. There could be something for us there, could have been anyway, but doesn't necessarily work out, sadly. A little unlucky, but it is what it is. How you doing, Joseph? Nice to see you, fella. Hope you're well, man. It's a good ball out towards the right, a little bit of a move. Calm enough from us. It's all about the approach play. If we do the basics right, then Zagreb will find this difficult to deal with. We're very hard to break down, and most of the goals we've conceded in the Champions League have been through our own errors. It's not exactly a bad thing when you put it on paper like that, but still means we can be exposed, so you don't want to make any bad mistakes. It's about keeping things basic, keeping things simple. Don't do anything stupid. If we do that, fine, fantastic. But when we do be a bit more complicated or complex in our attacking strategies, you want to see us use the wings and then go in central as fast as possible. That's a good exchange over the top, looking for Maeda. It's a bit of a toss-up who's going to get there, but comfortably dealt with in the end by Zagreb's right back. Simple enough. Can't say they're playing too bad so far in the early stages. Rostovski's played very tight to Maeda, keeping him very tight-knit. You think Kyogo will score tonight? That would be best case scenario, man. I'd absolutely love it if we did. How you doing, Megan? Nice to see you, love. Hope you're well. Played in towards the central space. That's a good touch for, yeah, simple enough. We can lays it back into the central areas, and that means we can build it and go again. Trusty, quick exchange to Taylor, goes across for Carter. Simple enough. Lovely ball out towards the right hand side. He looks like he's going to take him on. That's good for Nicholas. Gets it in the central area. That was the right pass for Kyogo. He had the right approach, but I don't think Bernardo was expecting the quick ball. Very difficult ball in behind to kind of see coming, if you're being fully honest. But I like the idea, trying to pin it in behind, force the issue quick. I like it. Certainly not horrible by any means. So both teams are very expansive and very calm on the ball, so it's going to be a good game, this one. You can tell that neither side will really give an inch unless it's absolutely crucial. So in the early stages of this game, you won't really see either team come out of third, fourth gear. It will just be a case of who scores first and the other will react. But that's a lovely controlled pass. I just don't like how they kind of stand on the far side. Has no fans in it. You'd feel like they should, but I'm not going to complain too much. That's good for Trust. They should just keep it simple. Does keep it simple. Taylor's going to roll it back to him, so that opens it up for Carter. Seems to be all set play base, which is not bad at all. How you doing, fella? Nice to see you again. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. Always does appreciate seeing the old faces come back time and time again. Nice to see you, Rab. Hope you're good, fella. Zagreb managed to win the throw-in on that one, so they have it pretty much on the halfway line. Jason Rogers in his classic, you know, arms locked pose, as you love to see. That's a good step inside. There's a potential roll down that. Not the best step in for Taylor, I'll be honest, but Trusty's there to cover. Manages to redirect it out, but Zagreb keep it in play. Both teams very much playing the pressing game. Zagreb doing it a little bit better in the early stages, but Celtic sticking very much with them. That's a good example of that. Maeda does well to win the ball back. Rio's pass is good. There's a break all the way down that side. Pass for Bernardo. Gets him through to Kuhn. His first touch isn't the best, but he manages to retain it. Ball out towards the left. Take a crack, son. Why didn't Rio take a crack there? I'm not too sure, but he should have done something. Big chance for us. We haven't really done anything with it. Still have it in the final third though. Left-hand side of the pitch. Played inside. Great first pass. Not the touch you would really want to see though, and Zagreb retained the ball. It was a bit unlucky for Celtic there. And apparently we've got someone booked already. Rostovski's gone down holding his ankle. And he's apparently in a good amount of pain. I honestly don't know what happened. We'll need to see the replay back. It's an honest attempt at the ball for Taylor, but because Rostovski gets there first, they just kind of... Oh, yeah, gets studying the ankle a peach. I mean, you commend the defensive commitment to get there. I would say a yellow's fair, honestly. It's not a red, it's not intentional, and he doesn't go in with his studs up or anything, but... maybe not a good sign of early aggression from us there. They're probably trying to get the VAR, I'd imagine, but he's on his feet. Definitely looked like a bit of a sore one, but he's recovered fair enough for now. Hi Denche, nice to see you, man. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, I'd say so, Lizzie, but it's one of those ones where you can't really argue with it too much either. I've definitely seen more egregious fouls get nothing, but again, it's, you know, if you're the referee and you want to set the tone, we can allow that one to slide as long as he's going to be like that for the other team too. Like I said, I like to base it on fairness. Still early stages of the game, but Taylor needs to tighten up, so it means they'll probably use the right hand flank a lot more. They'll try and force the issue onto Taylor. That's probably a good thing that we have Valle on the bench. Good tackle for the skipper. Maeda rolls it to Rio. Lovely pass actually. Just dinks it over the entire free passing triangle. Gets it back to Paolo. Some passing around the defensive end, but we're doing the right things. Taking a touch, passing it. Taking a touch, passing it. Not holding it for too long. Keeping it simple. Things you love to see. Comfortable enough. Schmeichel. Out towards Carter Vickers. He takes a few steps forward and then just goes back towards the Great Dent. I don't like that though. Maybe try and move forward a bit more egregiously, fellas. There's a different approach. There we go. Out towards the right hand side. Johnston. Held up. Quite well actually, I have to say, by Xhaka. It's simple enough. But we should retain it more than fine for now. Oh no, it's nice to see you, Schneb. Oh, of course my fucking door has to go when I start fucking streaming. That's perfect. Give it 2 seconds, gentlemen. Christmas card for the neighbour. I love to see it. Very kind, very wholesome, but I have a game to watch. Apologies for that. I love to see it. Can't touch anyone in Europe without a card. Now that is a fair point. I mean, we know the SPFL is a bit lax with their rules, but UEFA is very strict with them. But like I said, if they're going to be like that with us, they have to be like that with Zagreb. It's only fair, right? And if they are, then I'm not going to argue with it too much. Not the greatest pass into space. Could have been a bit near dangerous. Doesn't work out though. Telly license guns, they can fuck off. Nah, it was my neighbour. I held on to her package for her while she's out at work. Plus she just gave me a Christmas card there, so very cool, very nice. Conor Vickers. Callum McGregor's 100th appearance in Europe tonight. And still plenty more to follow, my friend. He'll be aiming for the 150, you'd feel. Definitely has the potential to get there, and that's a good touch for Carter, but he has to move that a bit faster because it's going to force Taylor to pass it back to him, and that's exactly what happens. Simple enough for Trusty, rolls it in, good roll out to the side, there we go. Oh, Maeda falls down at the worst time, but he still holds on the ball. Fucking brilliant, man. Thought he'd messed it up there. That's a good tackle for Zagreb, but Maeda gets involved, tries to win it back, and then Zagreb's man wins it back as well. That's brilliant for Spikage. And after a few bounce arounds, it just kind of takes a deflection. I think it's a Zagreb throw-in, fair enough. In a way, it's a free hit tonight. I wouldn't even say that though. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can take that approach if you want, but after this, there's only 2 games, and Celtic are notoriously weird when it comes to closing things out, you know what I mean? So it'll be one of those ones where you kind of need to just get the job done early, you know what I mean? You'd rather put it to bed as early as possible so you can sleep a little longer, if that makes sense. Rest yourself up, and it means you can kind of fine-tune. Doesn't matter if you lose to Young Boys or Aston Villa or both, because you're already locked in at that point anyway. That's lovely football for us. Good for Rio. How's your control? Simple enough. Nice. Johnston. Maybe not the greatest approach there, but I like the idea. Played out towards Kuhn. Nicholas goes for the exchange across. Good stuff. Trusty has it. Nothing too dangerous so far. Zagreb are more than happy to play set defence. They've not been too attacking, you have to say, but very convincing with their defensive pressure. I respect the fact they tried to thread that through, but it was never going to work out for Rio though. Back to him from Carter Vickers, played into space, the pass is loose. There's a few loose passes for Rio now, maybe just needs to tighten up his step-ins a wee bit more, because Zagreb are on a bit of a break now. It's a good break as well. Well-timed challenge for Taylor. Trusted just does enough to get the ball funneled through the man. And we survive for now. Maeda's going to go on a bit of a run, he's going to take on Rostovsky, doesn't quite win that battle though. Theophile Catherine's just more than happy to take it, play it into the central space. Gets the Vander. Back to the defence again. It's a good shape from them, they're playing a simple one, nothing too difficult so far. Doing what's necessary, it's not so bad. Good pass back for Zagreb, but they're going to get pressured here. And that's exactly what can happen, but again, Maeda just doesn't necessarily switch on. He's there at the right place, but he's not just getting the ball falling to him as you would hope it would. It's a little unlucky, but it is what it is. So far, nothing too much to complain about. I'd say it's been okay, you know. Come on, Celtic, score a fucking goal. Well, as soon as I say that, it's actually Zagreb that make the break in towards the final third, and it's a good break as well. Xhaka's got through, good tackle for Paulo, has to deal with it though. Doesn't necessarily look comfortable with it, goes out to Taylor, he doesn't necessarily deal with it either. Zagreb go down looking for the foul, referee isn't buying it. That's nice, I mean that's twice Rostovsky's gone down and held the same ankle, so starting to think he's a bit of a diving bail in now. It's twice you've done it, and I think the referee realised that time. Nah. They still have the ball though. Played back to Roche. and eventually all the way back. Simple enough. Hey then, Snitch, nice to see you, fella. Hope you're well. Hope you're doing good. Ah, you need to mark him there, man. Get out to him. Good stuff, Paulo. Just allowed Johnston to keep his man marked there. Good for the Portuguese man, but Zagreb seem to be setting their shape up a wee bit more convincingly now. Rio tries to engage the press, gets beaten. Kyogo doesn't really chase with him as well, so we've basically just given up a midfield space for some reason there. Zagreb might go for the quick ball into the box. They don't in the end. They cut it back. Casavenda with a lovely ball through. That's a good cross into the box as well. Headed up and not really dealt with it as in the end by Paulo. Good header back. Rio should retain this one. Not necessarily comfortably though. He's getting hassled and hustled the entire time, and eventually there's a foul on Celtic. Just took about 3 or 4 pulls for the referee there. Yeah, but the fella just has things to do sometimes. Not going to begrudge it. He's probably just watching the game on his own terms. He does usually pop in towards the end of like the first half, start of the second. It's a good ball over the top. How's your control? Pretty good for Nicholas. Go on, son. Takes it to the side, has to get a bit of pressure put on him, but should deal with it comfortably enough. It's a great pass inside as well. McGregor still going, tries to funnel it through. He's claiming handball. Referee says handball. So there might be a free kick played. That's not too bad for us. It's in a dangerous enough area. Casavenda's going to complain. But it looked pretty clearly like it came off his hand, and he's lucky it wasn't inside the box, just outside it. Free kick territory for sure. Just outside the kind of semicircle of the D in the box. Definitely comes off his hand. He tries to move out the way, but you know, actually kind of makes it look worse for himself because he locks his arm in place. Definitely not intentional, but it is a free kick. Celtic have a very dangerous chance. It's within McGregor's range. This is the thing. This is interesting. We could do something real good here. I would love to see it hit the back of the net. Hey then, Jim, nice to see you, man. Had to take your picture, wee plod, no problems at all. Chief, you came just in time to watch probably the best chance of the game so far for us. We've got Paulo, McGregor, all standing over the ball. Kins just walked away from it there, so there's always a potential. They've got Zagreb's basically got a man lying down behind the wall as well, so if Celtic want to go for a goal, they have to go over the wall. Shot. Decent! It's not that bad. It's not a bad effort at all from the Portuguese man. Solid hit, it just doesn't really find the target. A couple inches down into the left, and that would have been a pearler of a free kick, but doesn't quite settle. Yeah, really unlucky shot, man. It just goes straight past. Almost skiffs the top of the net as it does so. Right approach for Paulo. It was a well struck free kick, nothing wrong with it. Carter's Vickers' reaction behind them, just kind of going like that, says it all, man. Could have been something. Could have been something indeed. Doesn't necessarily work out there though. Typical of that, eh? This is one moment of magic in him, but he's so wasteful. I wouldn't say he's been too bad. He's only given the ball away once or twice. Just needs to tighten himself up. It's because he's getting pressed very quickly from that Rose fella though. Kyogo was offside for that one. Just watching that replay back to make sure. Callum McGregor should have took it. I know, man, it would have been top bins, no questions asked, but it was not a bad effort for Paulo. Honestly, it was about as well struck as you could have asked it to be. It's a good piece of control there. Maeda's going to have to press on it. He still has it as well. Good stuff for him. Simple enough. Good cut across for Carter Vickers. Come on, son, take a run with it. Into space. Good hold up touch. Brilliant hold up touch actually for Kyogo, although he does not really the best job of retaining it. Johnston still has it. That's a bit of an awkward bounce. Might go Zagreb's way. Does go Zagreb's way, and they might have a counter attack of their own. Well cut out for Carter, although well positioned big man. That's what we like to see. That would have been awkward otherwise. Imagine if we do that. I don't know how many people are viewing. According to my Streamlabs, it's like, I mean, I've need to load it up. I see like 3 something. I appreciate everyone that is in here though. Thank you very much. If you could subscribe and like, that would be fantastic. They're the main things that I would ask for. Good step inside. Taylor's more or less just playing as a temporary centre-back so Trusty can stay out there. It's not a bad idea though, because the passing was nice. Passing for Trusty's been fantastic. Cannot fault it so far. Hasn't missed his mark once. And he's played some really good passes in behind as well, I have to say. Carter Vickers is the more kind of controlled one, doing the simple shot passing. Takes a gander forward looking for any route in behind. I think he was looking for Nicholas Kuhn there. He does eventually play it. Brilliant cutback for Paolo. Johnston, 2v1 basically, tries his best to funnel into space, but Zagreb give the ball away and Celtic give a throw in. Not too bad at all. Could have been so much worse, but that's not too bad. Right, throw in, play it short, quick cross in, maybe catch him off guard, who knows. And that's what we're sort of trying to do, but well dealt with. Johnston's not going to be able to retain that. He'll hustle his man, cause a problem, but Zagreb will clear the lines comfortably enough. Well, I say that, they've actually just kind of half cleared it away and then gave it straight back to us. He put a bet on half the Celtic players to score any time. Not a bad bet to make. Both sides seem a bit more expansive than you would expect. I mean, despite it being a 0-0, you have to say it has been quite open. No real, you know, cutter chances though. The biggest chance has definitely been Bernardo's. That's a great ball in. I don't know if Maeda was onside or not. For now it's been played out for a corner kick. Good block in the end from Bernardo. You can see the away end. Let's go boys! Look at them. Sexy wee bastards, man. Every one of them that's out there. Can or Kyogo to score first. Now they are good bets to make. I don't know, if I'm a betting man I'd say Maeda though, just because he seems like he just does it for some reason, you know what I mean? He just appeals. Referee's having a word right before the corner's been taken between Pierre Gabriel and Taylor. The left back and left back combo marking each other there. Let's see how this one goes. Hopefully a decent tee in, that'd be the minimum. You'd love to see it. Paolo steps up, swings it in near post. It didn't look particularly too dangerous. Zagreb clear the lines. Corner kick number 2 incoming. Right, I can see what the approach was. Try and get a flick on for Trusty. Try and make it awkward, see where it spills or whatever, but maybe just try and throw it in a bit more central. Instead we go short. That's not a really good idea unless we're going for a quick cross, which he kind of does shape up to do. The cross wasn't great though. Still in Celtic possession, still in the final third. Taylor. Lovely ball over the top. I like the idea, but again he was going to have to play a little bit more fast than that if he was going to get behind Zagreb's line. Comfortable defending from the Croatians. Simple enough. Goal kick for the Kuhn, respectable. Callum McGregor, also respectable. Kyogo, damn respectable as well. They're all very valid choices. However, I would say Kasper Schmeichel, 97th minute. Bullet header, straight into the top bins, man. Now that would be class. I mean, it wouldn't be good for my heart. I'd like to win this game 4-0 and just get across the line, but like I said, I feel like this is going to be one of those really close affairs that both teams really could have just made a case to say that they should have won. It's been decent. That's a good way to put it, Megan. Very well said. Good pressing face as well. It comes off another Zagreb hand, but because we retain the ball, I think the ref will just allow it to play on, which he does indeed do. The long switch was poor at best, I'll be honest. Paulo will have to step in for that header. He gets caught a little late, but still retains it. That's brilliant for Kuhn as well. Gets away for his man, but the Zagreb man stayed down. Don't know why he stayed down, I'll be honest. The play is there out towards Johnston. He has time. Ball in is dangerous. What the fuck was that, Alistair, my boy? That was a perfect chance to put a simple pass in. And Zagreb seem to have a thing where they go down and hold on to their legs a lot. Second time in about 3 minutes where that man's gone down, and this time he stayed out. So I think it's that Pierre guy is Pierre Gabriel. Not really too surprised by that, but did he get stood on? mean, even in slow motion, it's hard to really tell what happened. Nothing. He's just a diving wee belly. Not really surprised by that. What the fuck? Like, he just miskicks the ball wildly. Like, nah, that's nothing at all. What the hell? What's going to say, man? And he goes down like he's been shot. That's an interesting approach to play for Zagreb, nonetheless. Good football face to win that ball back there. Oh, McGregor's feet. That was fantastic. Carter Vickers has it. Let's see where he goes. He's taking a straight run at them, actually. He's trying his best to open up funnels. Out towards the right hand side. Kuhn has it. Short pass to Paolo. Cut inside with a beautiful back heel, although Rio does well enough actually to retain it. Ball in is dangerous. Takes a big deflection outside for a corner kick. Good pressing face, doesn't work out there though. Oh god, that is a 3.5. Like the stream now, you're a closet Rangers fan. God, don't even say that, man. Oh, bless you, Harry. Absolutely bless you. Ball in's decent. Oof, I'm not sure if it came off a Celtic shot or not at first there, but Zagreb do get it clear. And they're on a bit of a break. Good pit pocket tackle, but Zagreb still break. He's got to cover their man there. Lovely run back for Paolo. His positioning has been fantastic this game. Played back to Schmeichel. Out towards the skipper. Can you maybe just not do that? And Schmeichel just does okay. The first piece of defending you've had to do in about 10 minutes and you panic. That's not a good sign, lads. Zagreb have been quite convincing defensively. We've not been so much, but again, away from home, you suppose the kind of early nerves might be there, but 25 minutes have been and gone. Neither side are making too many chances. It's more or less just pass around the edge of the box, pass around the edge of the box. Zagreb have gone down like they've been shot again, although that was a foul in fairness, so can't argue with it. Skipper's been warned. Yeah, it does catch him through the back of the leg, to be fair, but question is what the approach is, because it's definitely not within shooting range, but they can go for either cross here, near post or far. If I'm being honest, they might probably go with the far post option. It's going to be Rose that steps up to swing this one in. Have these lads only got the ground half filled as bad as that? Nah, it's because they're doing up their stadium. I don't know if you've seen it, but they're planning to build a whole new fucking ground, so they're closing parts of it down, I guess. At least like the main stand across. I'm not sure if they're doing like a connectors thing or if they're just moving stadium entirely. But either side and where the managers are, that's all packed. There's like seats all around there taken up, but just that far away stand, it's slightly off-putting because you can like actively see it cut around and it looks normal, and then it just goes round there and it's like, you know, like COVID season all over again basically. That's what it feels like. Zagreb corner's going to be swung in. Our free kick wasn't particularly dangerous, but set pieces haven't been our forte, let's say. Let's see where this one goes. Rose to swing it in again. Much better approach. Looks like it came off of Zagreb's shot. Can't say I'm too sure, but they have given it all away, so fair enough. Ah, bless. Rig the system. Rig it. Right, come on boys. We need some attacking football. Some attacking football would be very nice. Got to say, Celtic look a wee bit more relaxed than we did against Bruges, which is it's a good sign early game because we kind of know that second half specialty is kind of how we do things. We always tend to have a better second half than we do a first, so this is a good sign if we're getting it 0-0 or even 1-0 up. You know, there's still plenty of time for either team to take a lead in this game. Celtic have probably been better on the ball, but Zagreb have been better just doing the fundamentals, you would have to say. Both teams have a lot of respect to be given between both of them, but chance creation has not been a strong suit for either side. Either's going to do his best to hustle, they're never really going to cause too much problems. Out for a goal kick on Zagreb's end. Just seems to be the same thing. Switch it over, try and get someone on the end. Fail. Maybe need to switch it up and go central, like I said. Would be nice. If it was an earthquake, the stand could collapse. Well, there you go. It's probably just for public safety or something. Who knows? I'm not an architect. Yes, sir. The Stadion Mascimir, I think it's pronounced. Zagreb have it out on the left. That's a bit of a dangerous ball in. Carter maybe could have done a bit better. That is a miss swing and a half. Why the fuck do we do that once again? But we just miss swing the ball straight to them to give them a shot. That could have been something dangerous for Kolanovic to get on the end of, but he absolutely bluffed the shot, just did not do anything with it. And right as I said, we seem defensively calm. We absolutely go ahead and make sure that that's not the case. Maybe tighten it up a little there. That pass was decent. The control touch was fucking beautiful for Kyogo. Absolutely pristine control on that touch. Ball sent forward. The right idea from Taylor, but Maeda's not God. Forces the throw in at the very least, so Zagreb will have to throw in their own defensive area. I think it's because of the expansive system that we're playing, Stockroom. Because you've got McGregor playing a bit more centrally deep, so it allows the other two midfielders to kind of spread their space out a little bit more, if that makes sense. So Maeda and Kun can actually stay kind of firmly on the touchline. Like, you'll realise that with Maeda, most of the times he's received the ball, he's basically like that away from the goddamn byline because he likes to run at his men. The downfall is that you have to take risky passes to get in behind, and with the way Zagreb defend, it's just get it away. Good approach, but I mean, yeah, that's not a foul on Zagreb either. The referee's very one-sided, I will say, man. He's getting a lot of fucking fouls their way because they go down, roll about, holding their knee like they've been shot, and they get it every time. Not exactly ideal, man. Especially when they're getting very handsy with us and they're pulling us 3-4 times before anything's given. Aye, then, Alan, nice to see you, Phil. Hope you're well. Oh, is it 57 that's in here? Bliss. Honestly, that's the best thing we can do. Oh, what a spin away! Chance for us, ball into the box. Oh, that's decent for Nicholas, though. He did so well to get away from his man. Hit it across. It's a well dealt fucking. Oh, it's a well dealt with cross. Cannot fault it for the goalkeeper. He comes out and closes it down in the nick of time, by the way. It was brilliant for Nicholas to shake his man. Keeper did the right thing there, because honestly that could have been dangerous. Corner kick for us is going to get swung in. Near post, takes a bounce, it's awkward, and somehow doesn't find a Celtic shot. Two big chances that have been just about dealt with by Zagreb. Ball's played back into space, good movement first, lovely. Takes a bigger deflection and it's going to bounce out for another corner kick. Celtic are keeping the pressure on a little bit better, but still no shot to speak of, really. We very much are a second half team. It just seems to be a fun. Their tactics to get high, honestly. Just get them booked as much as possible. The referee seems a bit more switched on at the most. Lovely ball out towards the space. McGregor, lovely ball over the top. As he kept it in play, no, it's just, I don't know why the fuck you would try and like use your leg there, Trusty, when you have a whole ass head to just pop that back into play, but he tried to be too clever. Tried to like wait for it and then take it down with his leg instead, and he just completely fucking slices at it. Not good. But I like the approach. It was respectable. Half decent. How you doing, Greenfire? Haven't seen you before. Welcome. Hope you're well. Would anyone take nope? If you're going backwards, you're not moving forwards, fellas. Straightforward and simple. Chance for Zagreb on the break. They kind of have a half crack, but it was never really going to be too dangerous. Blocked by the first Celtic shot that was there, but there was about 6 that would have covered that one. Rio's managed to get away with it and still running, actually. The ball forward is very well placed. Fucking beautiful pass for Rio. Kun's going to take his man on. Good defence for them, though. Bruno does well to deal with it, and the ball out's actually decent as well. Zagreb have a bit of a run going on. Johnston's going to take a bit of time to drag back. Good challenge for Paolo. Second one's just as good, but Zagreb keep a hold of it. Decent for both teams there. Respectable, good enough, ball over, decent, well controlled, well dealt with, beautiful. That's a lot better from us. We're keeping it on the deck and keeping the pressure on them. That's all we can really do. Exactly that shit. No talk of Kyogo leaving soon. Until that point, no. Does not corporeally exist. It's not a thought that wants to cross my mind. But I keep saying it, if we sell Kyogo, if we sell our main striker, just go for fucking Evan Ferguson. Makes sense. Young Irish, loves a Celtic and he's a baller. What's not to love? Good ball out towards Carter. Let's see where he goes with a lovely pass outside, although well dealt with. It's just a bit unlucky. There should be a Celtic throw-in though, because he did take the touch, yeah. I mean, I respect the fact that he jumped over Kuhn's challenge, but he was kind of not smart enough to realise that was kind of Kuhn's plan. Try and get him to force the issue. Johnston's gone down bad there, that's not good. I think a yellow card might be coming out for Zagreb, I'm not too sure, but Johnston's... He better not be trying to fucking book. I was going to say Kulinovic is going into the book. I was going to say, like, what the... Is it him or Roche that's going in? I'm not too sure. Someone has, but Johnston's been fucked up bad there. Like I said, it takes our players to get basically injured for a fucking foul to be given. Oh, that's so unlucky as well. Zagreb, the Zagreb player kind of catches Bernardo on the way down, but it's like as he lands, he rolls into Johnston and Johnston's leg gets trapped underneath it. Not ideal. Well, you can make a pick at either, Ferguson, but I'm talking about the Irish one. Yep. So 2 players for Zagreb have gone into the book. Kulinovic for, I think, dissenting the ref, and Roche for the actual challenge itself. I mean, honestly, it was a yellow, but I don't think Kulinovic getting yellowed made sense, but he could have just said something to the referee. Needs to get control of the game and pronto, because 3 yellow cards already is not exactly ideal, especially considering the fact that none of them have really been yellow card offences. Just takes too long to decide to give a foul. That's a bit of pressure from us. We've done well. Nice. Still has it. Still has it. Maeda, lovely challenge. Tries to force the issue. Ball bounces out. Why have you decided to stop it now? Apparently it was offside somewhere in the build-up, but well, could you at least fucking show us that? Because it didn't look like it. Was the point in letting us doing all the bounce arounds, or was it for a foul? Ball didn't look like it went out of play, then I'll be real, but if it did, then fair enough. Hi then, FLX, nice to see you, man. Yeah, I'd say that's true, Megan. Well, it's not been exactly an enthralling game in terms of attacking chances. I don't even think there's really been a shot on target. The one big chance for Celtic was the free kick that Bernardo just about put off target. It was a lovely strike, and you would say for Zagreb it would be the pop-up chance that they had, that they just didn't really get control of the shot. Neither team's been particularly great in that aspect. Defensively, they've both been pretty good. Can't take anything away for that, aspect, but midfields and attack have not been too good for either team, of course. Oh my god, there's a Zagreb player going down pretending like he's been... Fuck these cunts! Yellow card for that. This referee's lost he's lost the control of the game. I guarantee you he barely got fucking touched, and he's going to be like, he's down holding his knee like he's been shot. Johnston got crushed underneath 2 men. You didn't even get touched, you fucking born bitch! Diving little fucking asshole! Even fucking Maeda, a Japanese man who is raised on the principle of respect, points at the guy as if to say, you're a wee twat. Maeda's been booked for fuck all. This referee needs a shot in the fucking arm. What the hell, man? Get a grip of the game, fella. That's fucking card after card for challenges that are not card worthy. Fucking spanner bag, man. Fucking typical. Make it about themselves. What's the game been like? Good, but boring. No real chances for either team. Paolo had a decent chance, you would say that, but it's just literally been fucking... The referee stopping the game whenever it's convenient, basically. Like, I don't know what's going on with the fella, but it's like every time there is like slight contact, he'll stop the game, speak for 2 minutes, play it on, or he'll just card somebody. But here's the thing, Celtic have had to literally have a near enough injury to get those cards. They're just getting cards because they're falling over at the right... Like, it's so fucking dumb. Zagreb are using UEFA's like refereeing rules to their advantage here. It's quite obvious. I'm just waiting for the inevitable penalty from thin air, honestly. Ref Savo support DD has been nice about it, man. Good control on that one. Decent for Kyogo. Oh, lovely. Get into the box. Kuhn's gone down. It's definitely a corner at the least. Referee gives a goal kick. I need this man to kill himself. What the fuck are you doing, man? Please tell me it bounced back half a Kuhn so it's not... Right, it did, thank God. Because if he'd got that wrong as well, I was going to be very, very fucking angry. Didn't see it in the reverse angle. It comes off the back of his studs. It is definitely a goal kick for them, fair enough. They just need to get in at half time and fucking reset themselves, I think, man. The referees are more like... I think the referees are more nervous. That's another handball. Zagreb just get a throw in there though. Interesting. Well, we got the throw in. No, I don't want to sit there and say, look, the referee's just losing control of the game because it's like I said at the start, if he has to be like aggressive with like us, they have to be aggressive with them. So he's given out 4 yellow cards, and I would say maybe one of those 4 yellows is actually a yellow. Every other time, no. Like Maeda didn't even really touch the man. He went in for a fair 50 and it was like slight contact, but because the guy goes down like screaming, it's a yellow. And you see it at every other angle. He doesn't even get touched that much. Like, it's just stupid. Zagreb are on the break here. Potential for them to do something. Just need a bit more consistency for the boy that's kind of refereeing this game, because it seems to just be very inconsistent. I don't like that. There's a throw in or a foul for us, something. I'm not too sure. Came off of a body anyway. Can we at least test the keeper? That's a minimum. I want to see us get one really good chance before the end of the half, but we are running out of time for that to be a case. It's still not bad. We're still okay. It's not horrible. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty close. Because you do have good referees, do not get me wrong. Like the German officials for UEFA, pretty good. You would say the same for the French and Spanish, but it's kind of all the lesser known ones that are not exactly doing themselves a favour. That's a brilliant ball in, but apparently that's a... fuck's sake, man. See, the linesmen are more than aware to call the offsides very early. The throw-ins and everything, like, they're snappy with it. It's going to be swung as high and forward as possible for Zagreb. Carter did the right thing there. At least he put enough power on it. If he fucking made a mistake again, I would have killed myself. So that's good. Yes, they know if they put some pressure on Kuhn, it's much harder for him to get by. He's not the most physical boy in the world, but good for Carter. Step inside, good for McGregor, simple enough. There's that time hiccups, piss off. McGregor, decent, out to Paolo. Just one big chance before the end of the goddamn game, please. That would be nice. I don't know why you're losing your shit at Tati, Kevin. He's not done anything wrong for the past like 15 minutes. In fact, one of the best chances of the game came from one of his passes. Like, he made 2 mistakes at the start of the match, man. Like, wouldn't say that's too bad. Because he is hustling, he's trying to get to every loose ball, even when he is mispassing it. It's the same as every other player in the forward front. Like, Kyogo's have probably had less successful passes than he has successful ones. But it's because we're knocking into that area and then chasing them down. The referee just got in the fucking way there as well. Bruh. Ball's played forward, straight into the goalkeeper's hands. Like this, bro, can you just fucking stand to the side? Or just get another referee entirely, man. Like, you fucking step in the way there. We had to go up the other side entirely because we had to cut it back. Like, what the fuck? Come on, man. Wake up. All the midfielders need to fucking change that approach, man. A few of them have given some silly balls away. McGregor hasn't been too convincing with the quick passes in behind. Can't really say the same for fucking Hatate as well, but it's because we're trying to take the riskier passes. As what I said at the start of the game, we're trying to use the flanks, cut it in behind, so that's going to mean that you're giving the ball away to chase and press. There is a tactic to it. It's not all about retaining the ball, especially when you're away from home. And even then, I'm pretty sure we have retained more of the ball anyway, so it's one of those. I lost 2 easy balls in the last 2 minutes. Yeah, but again, I refer to my previous statement. Nobody's been perfect, but nobody's been horrible. Just very standard 6s and 7s across the board so far. We can confidently say that this is the poor first half, right? So we're due a really good second half by the laws of man, the laws of Celtic Football Club. But Zagreb have a chance here. Might be the final one of the half as we tick over 2 additional minutes. Oh my fucking god! You picked and then a slip, Carter. That would have been horrible. If that had gone in, I would have actually lost my shit because Carter just got minced. He didn't even attempt to get near the ball there. He just decked it. Just slipped, and that could have been very bad. Like, I think Zagreb, honestly, yeah. The striker realised, shit, I could have took a touch there. That's why we've got those options on the bench if should we need them. Like I said, we've got in gels we can certainly use if we want to kind of have a bit more of a ball retaining approach to it. But I think both teams have came out with a sort of like game plan you would expect, but minus the actual shots on target. That's a lovely ball, hold on. As I say, that chance for us, ball into the box is good! Why would you touch it? Like, just fucking go for goal! Ball played, and then Rio mispasses it. You fucking idiots, man! Even Kyogo, you know it's bad when Kyogo turns around to both of them and shouts. You can see the fucking anger in his voice. Why did Paulo try and be fancy and take that touch? If you just hit that, it's a shot on target. Then Rio has a simple pass in fucking behind, and he decides to hit with about Mach 10 power. That was a big fucking chance, you bell engines blew it, man. Fuck's sake. What a fucking joke that was, man. You see that shit in Sunday League. I'm baffled by that touch. I love Paulo to death, but that is the stupidest fucking thing I'll ever see him do. Why did you do that? Oh, that is disappointing, man. Just that entire build-up, man. Like, there was so many open runs. Rio should have passed that in easier as well. There was just, fuck's sake. Not good. Midfield and up, like I said, defensively, fine. Everywhere else upwards, we're not playing as good as we should be doing. That is half time. Got to say, man, that is a bad way to end the fucking half. A chance laid on a golden platter and you decide to smash it off the wall until it's silver. Fucking idiotic, man. Jesus. Silly for back to front now, man. Silly for back to front. But nonetheless, half time, we're still alive. We're doing alright, but this ain't particularly good. It's about tiring out the other team. Well, they're tiring me out, and I don't like that, so they can fucking score one at any point in time. Honestly, Rabin, I'd be quite happy. Aye, genuinely, DD, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, Rio's pass was not great, but Bernardo just not getting there, man. If you just make a slight little adjustment, you're there. Touch, goal. Doesn't do that, though. He plays it in and then just stands. That's where Angels would have made the run. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're comparing what midfielders bring, that's a perfect Arlen Jails run. But Bernardo's just a bit slow to react, and that's twice that's happened in this half. He has been brilliant. He's probably been the best midfielder out the three. But it's just little moments like that that can make or break a game for you, and that's a few times we've gotten into the box, looked to pass it around. We've probably had the ball in the box more than Zagreb have had the ball in ours, but as soon as they get the ball in the box, they fire a shot away, even if it's not dangerous, because at least they can say they did. Celtic are just passing it around the edges, and as soon as we get into the box, we're just fucking dilly-dallying, trying to take fucking, like, Brazil prime, like, 1970s touches. Like, fuck off, just get it on the ground, hit it as hard as possible, make the keeper make a mistake. Simple. But we're not doing that. Instead, we're sitting on our arse half the time, breaking forward in small numbers, and then as soon as it's slightly convenient, give the ball away through an inconvenient means. He made it into the Brazilian League's team of the season. Good. They can sign him. We can now say that it's a team of the season worthy player. Let's get him. You've got to take the dogs out. Fair enough, my man. You enjoy yourself. How you doing, Kevin? Nice to see you, fella. Big second half ahead, indeed. We'll take a little look at the other results, although I should pull them up. See if there's any key results that have happened, potentially. Let's have a look. In the early games, it's still 0-0 between Girona and Liverpool, which isn't bad for us. If Liverpool beat Girona, then it's a team that cannot catch us mathematically, so that's fine. Ain't too displeased or disheartened at that. But the stats have not been particularly good. 1 shot, 0 on target, and that shot was Bernardo's free kick. It's the only reason that I think he should stay on the pitch, because it was a decent attempt. 68% of the ball, yeah, we've been good on possession, better with the passes, pass accuracy is much better, but like I said, Zagreb are just playing the frustrating game, and they're doing it well. Very well as well. Can't take anything away from them, but we need to fucking tighten the ship. It's really straightforward stuff, man. Bruh. You're watching the game on Prime Video? Hell yeah, good for you, man. One thing you'll definitely one thing defensively I'll mention is the one chance they've had. Taylor was nowhere near the other man, and that's, other than that, no complainers for. Well, that and Carter Vickers' like weird, like, misclearance that led to that chance for their striker, fucking Kulinovic or whatever his name is. Like, when the ball fell to him, like, that was the one moment for me where I'm like, but we haven't been, like I said, the back four have been fine. They haven't actually had too much to do, so it's kind of hard to sit there and say they've been bad, because they've been okay. Most of the good passings actually came from Trusty. I would say the best player on the park right now is probably Trusty. That's a slightly concerning thing to say, considering the fact, like, back in Dortmund he was by far the worst player on the park, but it's nice to see that our defence seemed calm. But I don't get why we seem calm and then our midfield and upwards seem to think that this is the time to start playing shit on offence, because Rio had a big chance to play a simple ball through there, didn't take it. Bernardo had the opportunity to take a simple run through after mistouching the first fucking, the ball comes through, he doesn't get control of the ball. If he gets control of the ball quicker, that's a simple ball through, simple. No, doesn't happen. So he mistouches it, has to then readjust, plays it back into space. Rio does the right thing to basically try and funnel it in. Ball comes over, Kyogo doesn't get on the original kind of ball into the box, it bounces back out to Rio, and Bernardo has taken 15 fucking minutes to walk up to where he's meant to be, and by the time Rio's like, I'm playing the ball there, Bernardo just doesn't step on. And that's like, if you do that, Bernardo's got a one-on-one with a fucking net essentially, and it's just little tweaks and changes that we need to make, especially on the offence for them, but besides that, not too bad. It's nice that they're showing Girona highlights and stuff like that as well in this game. Apparently Girona have actually had some chances. Yeah, 100%. Let's read through some comments that I missed while I was ranting there. For me, it's a game that's calling out for McGowan, but I ain't no Brennan Rodgers. I would say maybe getting Gills on. Like I said, he'll be one of those offloading runners that could actually make sense. for these types of games. Thank you very much for that comment, Megan. Very kind. He helps push the channel into the algorithm. Damn right. In fact, I should probably show off the members wall. Members wall. These people are very cool. I like them. That's all. Oh, that's the wrong screen. Yes, that's the right screen, so I can actually see things. How you doing, James? Nice to see you, man. What do you think the final score will be? I kind of said at the start it will probably be 2-1, 3-2 Celtic, but I think 2-1's more of a respectable bracket to go with. Zagreb haven't won since Bonfire Night. Definitely keep that statistic up by full time. Hopefully that's the case, but it's not that they've been bad. They have been digging out a lot of draws. That's the one thing I will say. And like I said, Zagreb will not mind the draw too much. Celtic won't mind it too much either, but again, you want to start this out as early as possible, so it's one of those. Yeah, I don't know. Megan has been waxing lyrical, absolute lyrical about how good McCowan is. But to be fair, everyone's in agreement. I like McCowan. I fucking love McCowan. Anyone that's got a passion for Celtic, and you can clearly see it when they play, I love 100%. He's brilliant. But in a Champions League game, I feel like if you're going to make a switch, you're going to bring on the £11 million signing rather than the 1 million. But then again, they could make a double switch, right? They could always take Bernardo and Hatate off, bring McCowan, and obviously Angel's on, and that gives us that little extra dynamic of tweaking the midfield. So it means that we're not using the wings as much because McCowan can be a bit more direct with his runs, and more importantly, Angel's can actually hold up the space with McGregor. So rather than it being like a flat 3, it's more of a 2 and then a 1, which makes it a little bit easier. So it's one of those, right? Like you can just do the basics right, and things are more than okay. Oh, thank you very much for the gifting number 6. Very kind of you, fella. Who's the one that got it? It's Luca. Oh, there we go. Luca got a membership finally, man. He's been asking for a while. That's decent. Welcome, Luca, mate. You got access to some badges now. Good for you, fella. Thank you very much, number 6. That's kind, man. That's very kind indeed. Moving on to the ref, what the fuck is Lennon on about? To be fair, I've muted it so I can talk to yous. But no, it's definitely not a red card because Ratkovic comes in for the challenge and wins the ball just as Taylor. They both go in at the same time, right? Like the ball's here in the middle. Ratkovic gets contact, and as his leg comes up, Taylor's coming in. Like unless you're like you have the ability to stop time, Greatest the world, you're like a fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure type bullshit move. Like you ain't moving that way. So we take it. Referees are better, but at least they didn't red card us. That's the one thing I will give them, But then again, if that was a red card, what about the guy that fucking nearly broke Johnston's leg? Or the multiple fouls on Kuhn. That's all I'm saying. For the minute he's played in, the goals and assists, he's been unbelievable for 800k signing for Dundee. It goes far to say that McCowan is better than Rio and Paulo. I mean, I wouldn't. It's one of those ones where I don't agree nor disagree. I can see your point very validly there. It's just a case of, again, if you're in a Champions League situation, you're going to want to bring on the higher value player just to kind of avoid the doubt, No one on here will be sitting there quiet, realises Lennon's been on the wacky sauce again. So you ask me if I was in charge, I'd be fucking winning with him, you know what I mean? So the only reason I'm fucking saying that's because I'm jealous of Brendan Rodgers and his sexy fucking suit and tie, man. I could never wear that. That's why I always wore my shitty little suit. My silly little fucking, But I don't like Lennon too much when it comes to his, like, tactical knowledge, because he wasn't known for his tactical fucking knowledge. Different story if it's Martin O'Neill that's sitting there and saying that, then you'd listen. But it's Neil fucking Lennon. But, man, I like you, but... that's no problem, Felix. You take it easy, man. Get yourself some snackies, some munchies, enjoy it. Buy you some wrestlers. Make sure you get the ones that are natural hemp. I cannot take the ones that are natural gum line, man. They are shit. I need them to be the Black Rose. But the higher value player is out of form. True, but how do you get a higher value player in form? By playing them in big games. Because that's when you test their value. So it's one of those. Besides, I guess, if you're looking at the lineup right there, I'm pretty sure it's Bernardo on the left, right-hand side, yeah. Yeah. So what I would say maybe would be the play. You could bring McCowan on for Hatate, and what that would do is it would allow Bernardo to kind of play a bit more free roaming, because McCowan can chase, right? He's not going to obviously do a Rio and just kind of stand his ground, if that makes sense. So if you want someone that's a bit more dynamic, maybe taking Rio off for McCowan's not a bad idea, because they're two very similar minded midfielders in the fact that they like to have the ball, they like to take some control, and they like to do all the necessary things. So it's for me, I think that's probably the approach I would take. I feel like, yeah, Taylor might come off just because he's on the yellow. It'd be the same with Maeda. You might have a feeling that you would see Forrest or Palmer towards the end of this game, just to make sure that Maeda obviously doesn't get carded again, and then he's suspended for the match against Young Boys, which, you know, is going to be a crucial game if we don't win this one. So I think it's definitely one of those. The licorice. Oh, what do you mean licorice, man? That shit's woeful. Who likes licorice? So it's like half tolerable, you know. A problem is far too many midfielders. I'd say that's, yeah, honestly, because people tend to like forget that we still have like a whole academy of youngsters that have actually got some good midfield options too. So it's nice. It's a nice problem to have, but it's a problem in games like this when you don't know who the right call would be. Because in my head, in Gilles would make sense to kind of calm things down. McCowan would switch things up. It's a case of, do you like more chaos or do you want controlled chaos? Because it's one of those, like, you're taking a pick, right? And if you're McCowan, yeah, you offer that dynamic, but and Gilles offers the calm. And but again, in a game where you want to get something rather than nothing, because again, if Zagreb beat us, they go above us. So we don't want that to happen. At the very least, we need a point minimal. And just let it go. Fair enough, David. Fair enough. Cannot argue with that, man. Rest in peace to your car seats. Never sell that car on. Yeah, exactly my point, Rob. He's like, granted, his goals have mostly been from penalties, but he has shown up in European games. He's maybe not the most consistent domestic player, but he hasn't put a bad shift in Europe. So it's one of those where if you're Rodgers, you have that choice. But if you're Rodgers, you might not even make those changes. You might just change out the ones that are yellow carded and then see what happens from there. But I feel like in terms of the way that you kind of set up to do things, it's just about having the right approach for the second half. Don't change too much too early. Get to like the 55th, 60th minute, and if it's still the same, if it's still 0-0 and it's still that kind of boring side to side, but no one's really trying to get the concise and cutter shot away, then yeah, make some changes, get some offensive movement going, and hopefully McCowan would probably be that call. But if we're playing safe, I think Gilles would be that case. And Janga, we need to sell Hatate, Nowitzki, Palmer and Welsh, loan out Home, Yang and Lennon Muller when we sign them. Well, the thing is, if we sell Hatate, then we would need to keep Welsh. Muller. Because you still need a backup in case one of the midfielders get injured, and unless you want to play McCarthy or something. You want more chaos when we try to control things in your bit, just means constant sideways passing. Well, just chaos gives us a chance. I suppose that's fair Stockman. It's more than a valid thing to say. Barnaby been sold. Not to my knowledge, although there are talks. It's the same situation that we have with Valet right now. That's what the Brazilian teams over there are having with Bernabeu. We're like, shit, we need to offer them a good amount if we want to take him early on. The only difference is we don't have him on a release clause. How you doing, Kevin? Nice to see you, fella. I'm going to presume you're watching the game alongside us. Nah, I wouldn't buy Haaland. I had the chance to do that and we didn't. There is absolutely money in the Brazilian league. Don't get me wrong, some of the clubs are a little bit corrupt, but that's not really their fault, honestly. Most of them are valid enough. The second half is about to start though, so we'll get a little draw of this and then we'll be underway on this screen. Have we gained any new subscribers? I haven't checked. No. If you are new, please consider doing so, because we have slowed down on the subscriber crawl to a fucking bad degree. 18 subscribers in the last 30 days. It's not been good. So please help us out on that front if you can. No score in the pool game. Yep, still very much even between Girona and Liverpool. They were showing some of the chances prior to them talking about the tactics of this half. It was, yeah, Girona probably had the best chance of that game. Hopefully he's got a result. I mean, that's the case. That's what we're hoping for. But it's been very, honestly, we need to see some decent pressing, at the very least, some actual, intent. Oh, bollocks, yep. So we have made a change, and I was expecting it to be Taylor. It's not. Okay, so Johnston must have been injured. He has to have been injured. Okay, so he's come off. Ralston's come on. This is going to be a bit more awkward now. The Brickie is on the pitch. Hopefully he doesn't shit bricks and actually play some decent fucking football. Ralston, I believe in you, my son. I believe in you so much. Please don't let me down. Not good considering the fact that fucking Johnston... Why is it whenever we sign a fullback they get made out of glass? It's a lovely ball over the top. We're already on behind for a break, actually. Dangerous pass attempt, at least, for Kuhn, but it's going to be a quick throw-in for us. Opening 20 seconds is interesting. Absolutely, number 6, 100%. It's going to be a throw-in for Zagreb there. Knowing the fullbacks of the Brazilian league. It's going to generate a bit of... I mean, that is wishful thinking. We'll get about 6 million, I'd say, max. Anything about that's pretty much decent. Oh, bit of a press! I like that press for Kyogo. Nearly catches the keeper cold there. Forces him to clear it out, and Celtic have a throw-in. That was the right idea for the Japanese men. We love to see it. Immediately there's a difference in our shape. Not in the midfield or anything, but on the front three. They're not playing like a flat line, and Maeda's a little bit deeper in. It's more like the wingers have tucked in a little bit. Kyogo's dropped in a little bit deeper, and more importantly, Bernardo's stepped out a bit more. So it's not major changes, but they're noticeable changes. They're respectably good ones. Oh, aye, the game against Nishi's done fantastic. I think it was a mix of Nishi's goalkeeper being absolutely fucking awful and actually some really good football. I did say to you the last time Rangers would find their feet. In fact, the last time we spoke, I was like, next time we probably speak, when it comes to, like, end of Christmas, start of New Year, chances are you would be second in the league as well, and that seems likely, so. Silver linings. But just that, silver, because you don't get gold because we exist. Ball played forward. Zagreb's got in behind. Good step in challenge. Scarlett will just play it safe. I like that. Nothing too dangerous. As soon as I say that, we give them the fucking ball back though. Come on, lads. I really admire the pressing for Kyogo. He's given a lot to chase these balls down and force quick passes. Nothing but respect. Real kind of half joins in there. Good hustle for Taylor. Puts the pressure on them. They're going to have to go down the wing or cut it back. Either way, Celtic are going to get in for a challenge. Brilliant timed one as well. The Zagreb player goes down and pretends like he's been shot. I hate cunts like that. Honestly, you clearly lost the ball, so you pretend to dive. Like, wanker. And you're on your feet as soon as the ball gets played back up again. Aye, Bellens, like you deserve literal death sentences. Not literally, but they're assholes. I want to see Maeda do that. Fall over, pretend his leg's broken, then just ping a ball forward and behind him. As they trip us up and don't get any fucking foul. This is what I'm talking about, man! We're a minute and a half in, man. Not even 3 minutes in and the referee's decided, fuck you, going back to what I was doing in the first half and giving calls one way. Clear contact on the back of Rio. He goes down, no foul. Yeah, we've had yellow cards given for that this game. Fucking brilliant. Absolutely brilliant night. Oh, you're telling me, Kel, that game was woeful to watch. In terms of goalkeeping, Jesus Christ. Oh, that's a good ball. Chase it. Oh, he gets away as well. Kunster, brilliant. It's a 3v3 in the box, basically. Chance for the German. Takes the deflection, goes over the top for a corner. Brilliant block. Massively well-timed challenge from Brunella. Had to step in at the right moment, and he did. That was probably the best chance of the game for Celtic. Brilliant pass down that flank for Ralston. It's perfectly weighted. Kuhn just gets a nice touch. Steps inside, forces the shot away, but it's such a well-timed block. Gets in behind his man and sticks his leg out just far enough, and the nicky time redirects it over the bar. Corner kick for Celtic though. Barlow might go high. Doesn't necessarily find anything. I'm guessing there's a foul because one of the players just caught the ball that, or it went like out of play as it was swung or something. Should have put that away. I feel like he could have done a bit better with it, but it wasn't a bad shot. He kind of threaded it between the needle and just didn't find the right angle. Wee bit more power on it, and it might have just beaten Brunella, but never looked likely. Not bad though. We can count it as a shot, so it's something. We've equalled what we did in the first half. Both chances we made have been good ones, so that's something we take. Would you take Loran if Flamengo offered them for Bernabeu? And of course we'd have to have an up front. No. Any player that isn't culturally acclimated, there is no point. Good. Oh, lovely Furio. Stands his ground there. Brilliant. How's your control? Pass wasn't the best, but it's going to bounce back up towards us anyway, which is more than fine. Do we train corners? I mean, we have scored a few set pieces this season. It's nowhere near as bad as last season, but it's like working on it the same way that like a model works on their career, you know. Occasionally just take some pictures and you're good. Lovely for Maeda, gets that in central. Taylor plays it safe and cuts it back. Too right, honestly. Did I see the video with the City players taking penalties? I can't say I have. I've been busy with a lot of health related issues over the last few weeks, so still need to get some things checked and dealt with. Hi then Matthew, nice to see you Phil, hope you're good. Go on Carl, where are you going with this one son? Hopefully a bit more central, haven't. Get McCown and Ida on in 10. Basically, yeah. Maybe not Ida, because Kyogo's actually doing some decent like chase downs. But certainly a midfield change wouldn't be the worst idea in the world at some point. Lovely pass. Again, that's my point with Kyogo. Hold up touch was beautiful though. Starting to move with a bit more pace and purpose. Good tackle for Zagreb. Will keep the pressure on them, but instead it's overlapped. Zagreb are now going down that left hand side. They've tried to expose the space with the Bricky. Pass in is dangerous. Should be out and gathered by Schmeichel. That's good enough. There we are. That's always up in there. A game against Rangers is always good to revitalise the soul. But this isn't really a good tee-up match for a final when you're not making chances. If I was Rodgers, I would just say, lads, they play in blue pitch or they're Rangers and go for it. But give Zagreb their credit, they have defended well. Maeda does well to hold that one up on the challenge. Got any space again? Carter Vickers has it, simple. Roll the cross, simple enough for Ralston. We'd like to see that. Trusty might go for a bit more of an elaborate touch inside here, and that's exactly what he does. Holds it up, runs it. Maeda just runs and gives him the fucking... What the hell was that, son? That was stupid. Zagreb, honestly, I was going to say that appealing that it was a throw-in, but the trainer did stick his leg out, came back off him, throw-in Celtic. That team's there for the taking, absolutely, 100%, but it's not to say that we can't be taken advantage of either. It's more about having the right approach. We don't want to do what we did against Bruges essentially and concede first, right? Like if there's any goal in this game, you'd want it to be for us. Zagreb seem to be a bit more defensively mindful. They're not taking too many risks when it comes to breaking on the offensive end, but still. McGregor cuts it back for Trusty, should be simple enough. Out towards Taylor. Takes a bounce up. Don't know if it came off his hand or not. Referee says play on. Now Zagreb are on the break. Ralston comes across his man and kind of collides with him. It's not a yellow, you fat fucking cunt. Why are you so obsessed with making this about you? What the fuck, man? That is not a yellow. It's just not. It's literally the same as Maeda's, except that probably just slightly more physical. Because it's Ralston, of course he's going to be more physical. But it's the same thing. Zagreb's trying to fucking hang into him. He's doing the same thing back. So Ralston goes, what you doing, you twat? Decks him and the referee immediately calls him. Bell end. Absolute bell end, man. Fucking licence for a cereal box type shit. Zagreb come forward. Chance for them to do something. Good marking for Taylor. Takes a bounce out. Well dealt with by McGregor. The Scots combine to get that one away. Rio doesn't stick a fucking leg in. Can you maybe put some passion behind that tackle, son? Your skipper just gave you a perfect example how to step in perfectly and you just didn't. It's not even not genuinely, it should have just been an advantage in play on, but again, the Zagreb player falls over and pretends he's been shot, the Ralston continues on. So of course that means Zagreb gets away with it. What the fuck does this, honestly? It's another corner kick for Zagreb. A good block for Trusty there. I mean, it would have probably been saved by Schmeichel. The shot seemed to be pretty much almost directly at him, but the Zagreb are just taking advantage of the fact that they know the referee's an untrained piece of shit, man. He clearly just walked off the bus and pretended he was a referee. Do not jinx it, Stockroom. Ball's been played short. There's that whip cross that we don't like to see, up and awkward. That is what it is. Taylor. McGregor back to Taylor. What the fuck are you doing, you stupid cunt? Chance for Zagreb inside the box. Straight into Schmeichel's heart right now. We need to make changes because now everybody is panicking. What the hell are you doing? Well, that's twice you have fucking like Carter did that in the first half where he sliced it upwards for no fucking reason, and now Taylor's doing the same. Lads, this is getting a bit fucking ridiculous now. I know the referee's not making it easy for yous, but it doesn't mean you can't control your own legs. You still have authority over that. Come on to fuck, lads. Zagreb could have done something really dangerous there. I mean, Virtual's pissed off, you can tell. Get the impression Rio wasn't wanting to be here. He's constantly misplacing passes on the ball position. I wouldn't say that. It's just in terms of the hustle, McGregor like literally got into the box and was tackling 4 or 5 of them to try and win the ball back, but Rio literally just kind of stood there staring at it, waiting for the pass. That's good hassle. I like that for Ralston. Corner kick. Feel bad for the Bricky, man. He's just came on, got booked, and now he's just like, I can't touch anybody because if I do. Aye, definitely midfield changes need to be made soon to make a difference because it's getting a bit dishy now. Corner kick's going to be swung in. Hopefully there's some route in on there. Good shot pass. Laid off, overlapping passes. Decent! Kyogo had a chance, and Carter can't really keep that one down. That's a big opportunity for us. And now, of course, Zagreb have got their arms up going, we need to be fair. Referee, we need to fucking get him red carded. Remember how we talked about it when we paid you the €10,000 before the game? Got his arm around his back and everything. Get your fucking hand off him! I guarantee you they're going to check this for no reason. Let's see what happened. Nothing! Doesn't get touched, the bell end! Surprise a fucking prize! Falls over his own fucking legs and Bruh. This cunt needs investigated and pronto, man. You have stopped it every time these fuckers have fell over. Finally gets the ball rolling again. Why did you even need to stop that? Played back across. Zagreb's now on the break. For fuck's sake, man. Can you maybe do some marking, lads? Yous are falling apart. The first half was shit. How's the second half got worse? Oh, for fuck's sake, get Paolo off a wheel, man. You fuckers are failing it in big style. They're just half-arsing it, man. Do you even fucking understand that if yous win, yous make history? Like, is that going through your fucking heads? Because I don't think anything is. It must just be air. The cohesiveness for the first half is evaporated, but the same fucking stupid passings just stayed the same. Lads, yous need to fucking slow things down, take a second, stop! Fucking one touch pass! One touch pass! Because you just give it away every fucking time. Rodgers, you have fucking changes to make, you know this, get them fucking done. Show us why you get paid the big bucks, man, because fucking hell, none of them are playing like they're worth anything right now. Feel bad for Kyogo, man, he's chasing every single loose ball he can. Nobody else is helping. Put out towards the edge. Ralston joins in the attack. Good fucking overlap for him there as well. Kuhn tries to do too much, loses the ball. Manages to retain it on the bounce back, but that's the only way we're getting fucking chances, and it's not fun. Ball's cleared away by them. That should be a foul for us. We try to take it quickly. Oh, that was the right idea for Rio. Just didn't put too much on it. His final passing's been fucking shit this game, I have to be honest, but that was a good attempt. Must be the pressure. The pressure's technically on Zagreb's shoulders. Because if they don't win this game, then they know that they have to basically win one of the either like final two. Celtic, if we get a point, it's not doom and gloom. But it's the fact that we have basically done nothing of note. We've came out and had a worse second half. In the first half, we only had a single shot. Chance for Zagreb over the bar. We need to make fucking changes because even the defenders are starting to miss position now. They're all just congregating like some fucking string cheese at the bottom of the pot. You just need to unstick for each other and start being a bit more fucking fluid dynamic, because this is poor, man. From all aspects of it. This is like that 10-15 minute stint against Leipzig a few weeks ago, if you remember. Just stale, give the ball away every time you try and get into the final third, and then they just fucking stammer back like they don't know where they're meant to be. Like, lads, positioning is key here. Zagreb have done it perfectly this game, that's the difference. They know where they're meant to be, so they're just holding up the ball fine. Meanwhile, for some reason, you've got Kuhn plastered all the way out in the far-hand right side, and Maeda more or less being right beside Kyogo. Like, what the fuck is the front three meant to be doing here? I don't give a shit if tired legs are an excuse or not, man. Like, come on. I'm getting that jelly leg thing, yeah. It's starting to feel like it a wee bit. They need to stave off this pressure before it gets fucking irritating though. Because again, it's all well and good having the possession and the passing, but it doesn't mean shit if you're doing nothing with it. Most of the time it's just side, 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 side. Pass it forward, lose it. I feel bad for Trusty and Kyogo because they're both trying their best to funnel it into the midfield space because they're screaming that like, lads, use the fucking space. But as soon as it gets out to Maeda or Kun, they take a touch, pivot, pass it back. There is no intention of going forward. That's a good breakthrough from Paulo. That's good for Kyogo as well. Or is it Rio? I'm not too sure. One of the two of them's made it through. He's been bundled over. Referee's going to give nothing. Because of course he isn't. Was he fouled? Of course he was. Not surprised. Fucking yes! McGowan and Angels are coming on. Midfield changes. It's a dual switch. It's midfield switch for switch, like for like. Hatate, Bernardo are off the pitch. And coming on is going to be Angels probably on the left. McGowan playing on the right hand side of the midfield. Not bad changes at all. It's not Forrest, Harry. He's not been in a. He's not the change. It's the midfield too. Let's see if this changes the dynamic of the game at all. There's about 25 minutes, give or take. Let's see if McCowan can make himself a goddamn cult hero. Love to see him get a goal in the Champions League, man. It would fucking absolutely do him bliss. Oh, yeah, I'm waiting for it to do. Like, it's a guarantee that I'm just. The referee isn't helping, but we have not done ourselves a lot of justice, man. Zagreb will be like, what the fuck? How are these guys above us? Just very stale. Chance down that right hand flank for Zagreb. They've done well to hold it up. Comfortable enough. We should retain that. Yep. Good hustling for Angel. Stays on his man. That's the difference. Maeda wins the ball. Apparently, oh, but you can call that handball, no problem, for fucking 60 feet away. Makes sense. Got it. Free kick for Zagreb for nothing. Bruh. Aye, too right, Megan. Big opportunity for the ones that have came on to make a case for themselves. McKibben specifically. Ball's bounced around. Well cleared. Here is McCowan's first few touches on the ball. And it's the right idea. Wins a throw in. Decent. That's exactly what you need to do. Just run at them, cause them an issue. Listen, we might all sit there and say that they're pish and all that, but none of us combined could do what Rio could do on a bad day. His passing wasn't great, but his ideas were there. Again, it's not as if anyone in the team you would say is having a of this world performance. I wouldn't say anyone's playing above a 6. Maybe Trusty, you'd give him a 7. But yeah, it's just more of this. That's a brilliant challenge for Angels though, and he's just opened up the midfield brilliantly with that run. Maeda's down that left hand side, plays it central. You have to take a touch and shoot. McCowan doesn't, he takes it, rolls it out towards the left. That's beautiful. And there's the shit. Ralston! You fucking moron! His reaction says everything. He slams the ground, he's like, fuck, you can see it. It was a perfect counter-attack. Angels, well done, son, for showing them how to roll the ball forward without fucking losing it. But Ralston then decides to do Maeda. He must have been taking some fucking notes for the training ground. Just absolutely skates it as high as he can. Oh, that's so disappointing, man, because Angels fucking, yeah, it was a brilliant ball through. He should have passed it to Maeda, honestly, but still had the right idea. Just didn't execute it perfectly, man. Unlucky for most aspects, but Ralston needs to get his fucking finger out and all now. That's your mistake for the game made, son. You need to be pitch perfect for now to the closing goddamn second. And Kyogo is still chasing, man. He's still hustling, still trying to force them to clear the ball early. I cannot say a bad thing about Kyogo's performance. He's just not got the supply line or service. I don't know how fucking Maeda's still on the pitch. I've barely seen him. Ball in central's not too bad. That should be a foul. Referee points and says it's an advantage for Zagreb somehow. Fucking course it is. I need to find out where this cunt is, and I need to... Like, I swear to God, man, how the fuck do you decide to wake up and... Like, I'm going to be a referee so I can ruin people's days. They're allowed to get away with basically whatever the fuck they want, it seems, but we get carded if we touch them. Ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous game of football so far. And I thought it was going to be a high scoring affair. These Bellins are afraid to shoot. As soon as I say that, there is a shot and the keeper did spill it. Right idea. That's a bit better. Shot on target, not so bad. Good save for the Zagreb's shot stopper though. It was not too bad at all. I like that for McCowan, just forces the issue. It was never really a dangerous shot, but that's what I'm talking about. Rio would take a touch and pivot, play that out towards the wing and try and get a cross away or something. Not look, takes a shot, at least tests the keeper. Aye, Storham, very unlucky indeed. Valet would be the more sensible change, especially considering the fact Taylor is on a yellow. And they are trying to use that side of the wing a lot right now. Brilliant challenge as soon as in fairness to Taylor, fucking excellent challenge. Steps in there at the perfect time, wins it back and it's opened up a break. Played out wide towards Kuhn. Ralston's there on the overlap, but Zagreb have a lot of bodies back. Celtic barely have any bodies forward, that's kind of the problem. Good central pass, keeps it simple. How you doing, Brian? Nice to see you, fella. Hope you're well. That's what we needed, McCowan driving at the defenders. Exactly, giving them something to think about, because if they just have to stand there, they know where they need to be. It's about positioning in football, and I mean, Zagreb haven't done a lot of attacking, but you've noticed how they've been able to drag us out by just simple passes. Take a shot, Ern. That's a foul, surely! That's got to be a foul! Referee! Are you fucking stupid? No! Get his fucking... No! Seriously, get him checked! Get this fucker checked! We've been called in every fucking time for that! But this Bellerin goes down injured. No, he gets away with it. Fuck you, you fucking orange cunt! And I mean it literally, he's wearing the colour, man! Drags him down! Two-handed pull on the fucking collar! Nothing! Fucking scumbag of a cunt, man! Your wife must be so happy that you're not there, man. She's probably got the fucking man of her dreams in her bed, because cunts like you are fucking not even close to being worthy of being called a man. You absolute poof, fucking wet wipe of a boy. What do you mean? They can get away with anything, man. I'm not surprised if they pull out a fucking Pulitzer tank, blow us all up, and the referee just goes, how the fuck do you become a professional, man? I swear to God, if an electrician fucked his job as much as this cunt does his, we would not have power. It's bad. It is so... Bruh, I'm just going to calm myself down, smoke my cigarette, and try not to lose my shit. Furuhashi and that is off. Not honestly what I would have done for changes, but Forrest and Ida is on. Maeda, Kyogo are off. Oh, I'm getting fed the fuck up with this referee, man. Like, I've tried to be lenient, I've tried to be optimistic about him, I've tried to give him the benefit of the doubt, and the cunt's made a mockery of me time and time again. They made some changes too. Spickage's off and Buku's on. So it means we cannot bring on Volley. We have to go with what we've got. Taylor's on the pitch and he's on a yellow card, so there is that to think about. Aye. Well, there's going to be an interesting end to the game, that's for damn fucking sure. Like, my God. There's Ida's first involvement. He wins the ball, lays it forward. That's good for Kuhn, gets past his man, ball into the box, is actually potentially on here. Good from the German, that should be a corner. It's not, it's a goal kick apparently. I should just assume that whatever I think is correct isn't, it's just the other way. It comes off his leg, it's a corner, but nonetheless it's a goal kick for Zagreb because of course it is. Yay! I love when everything goes completely and utterly wrong. I swear to God, man, if this is like a Hungary v Scotland type shit where they score in the last fucking minute, I'm done with football. Because it means this game's basically been thrown away because of fucking just straight up incompetence. Not just from us, but from our fucking goddamn organisers, the ones that pick the referees. Not having a great job of it. It makes you realise the SFA might not be that bad when you consider they're amateurs and they get it right sometimes. I don't actually recall the last time I've watched a Champions League game and went, that's been a good performance for the referee. That's a good tackle for Drusty as well. Should be a goal kick for us. Yes, there we go. One of the linesmen's got eyes. Fantastic. Bruh. Thank you very much. Oh, wait, someone subscribed. Thank you to whoever subscribed during that rant. Very kind of you. One new person is pretty decent, but we need to be doing a bit more growing, lads. Thank you for the help, though. Very kind to whoever did. I don't need a chill pill, I need a fucking goal, Caden. I don't care about anything else. Everything else can fuck off. Right now I just care about one thing alone, and that's us scoring a beautiful goal to win the game. That's all I care about at this point. That's a over the top, could have been dangerous there. Still done well to hold it. And that's going to play this time. Yay, what's the point in trying to be fancy if you're going to lose it, Ralston? You are a substitute for a reason, son. Yeah, all across the board. Good. That's a bit better for Forest to win that one back. Alright. McGregor goes for the long switch. Taylor. Quick pass into Forest. I like this. There's just no real direction on it. Ball into the box isn't horrible, but Zagreb do clear their lines comfortably enough. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. Honestly, they might not be good footballers, Zagreb, but they're fucking excellent aquatic divers. On your feet, you poof and play. Sick and fucking tired of this. Wouldn't be surprised if they got a call for it. Ah, and there we go. Yeah, great. Miss pass, Forest thing, it's there. And even though there's contact, they'll just be like, throw in for Zagreb anyway, right? Great. I'm actually annoyed now. Like the optimism I had at the start was so like poignant. I'm like, yes, man, I'm good, I'm ready, I'm happy to go for this. And as this game's going on, it's made me realise why I fucking hate this game sometimes. Restore some faith into my goddamn bones, please. We're running out of time. 15 minutes, give or take, with additional to kind of steal a win. It's a good ball inside. Not exactly decent at all there, man. We've been bested. Quite simple. It's a break forward for Zagreb. Not great. Step inside. Here's Mboko. Good cross. Good block in fairness for Taylor. He took a bit of a slow one in the stomach to get that clear. You can tell by his reaction. Just kind of tensed up for a second. Like, yeah, don't, again, do not jinx it. That's all I'm saying. Like, don't speak things into existence. You're a far more diver than these guys show you apply. Well, corner kick's going to get swung in right about now. Let's see where it goes. Up high. Bounces around and upward, cleared away. Celtic more than happy to do so. Zagreb still have it. They go for a quick cross. Doesn't really find anyone. Should be gathered by Celtic. And no, instead you give the ball away. If we concede now, I swear to fuck, lads, get a fucking hand on. You fuckers are actually going to give me a goddamn stroke. There is no cohesiveness whatsoever, man. I want to have faith in these boys so much, I really do. It's getting a wee bit dicey now, a little bit. Come on. I just need to hope there's some consistency to it, man. Once after this performance and Rangers recent, nah. Silence. It was Kelly they played. Come on, fuck. Come on, boys. Some simple football would not be too bad. It's annoying because we have been the better team, right? Even though we have been absolute dog shite, we've been the better team, which shows how fucking desperate Zagreb are. That's a good break forward. Ida's been decked. There's about 2 potential fouls, neither of them given, because this referee only fucking supports one team quite clearly. I fucking hate this guy with a passion. I might genuinely be worse than Craig Beaton. Header for Zagreb, good save over the bar. Good save for Casper, but we should have had a foul beforehand. Nice to see that you're a cunt. Fucking hate this referee with a passion, man. Absolute brilliant. There was 2 fucking pullbacks and nothing given. It's a good save for Casper, in fairness, over the top. It's about as decent as you can say it. Still not cleared though. Corner kicks to be swung in, up high. Header's down and awkward, and we still haven't cleared it again. One of the Zagreb players is down and crippled apparently, because there's always someone down and crippled for Zagreb. Oh, is that Brunauer guy? That's his second time, man. McGregor's even pointing at me to say, like, come on. They're clearly trying to get as many additional minutes as they can now. They're being a bit... Yeah, genuinely. This chance was ironically right at the start. There was nothing wrong with that whatsoever. No, I was showing that Casper save back again. It's well tucked over. I feel that in my bones. Well, they made some changes. Baturina's off, Xhaka's off as well. They're going attacking now all of a sudden. Surprise, surprise. This will be Hosha and Stojkovic that's on. Good changes for Zagreb to have made. There's 8 minutes, whatever's left of additional time, and then the game is over. So if there is a winner, it's going to probably be a 3-point one. If there is a goal, pretty much would settle it at this point. And honestly, I just want for just give us a goal, please. No, I mean, Taylor's had a good second half with the exception of that one mistake. But he had a horrible first half, and I think that's what people are saying. It can't just be like, be good for a little bit and then shit for most of it, because that's not how you do things. That's probably why you won't be a professional footballer, Caden, because that gets you suspended for like 10 games minimum. You got to keep your head in situations like this, but at the same time, like, that's good for Ida. Hold on. Really good for Ida. Really good for Ida. Still going. Lovely for the big man. Ball into the box, isn't bad. I like that a lot from Ida. Just said, fuck it. Do you know what? I'm doing it myself, man. He Thanos that shit. Fine. I'll do it myself. Straight down the wing. Force the issue. Unlucky. Corner kick, Celtic, we have a chance. Do not play it short. I see Forrest standing there. If you even have the fucking audacity to play it short when we need a goal, I will lose my shit. Cross it. Please. He does, thank God. And it is going to be forced up, it's awkward. We're trying our best to do something. That's a good header, lovely hustle for Ralston, but of course, a switch off from our midfield. Should be a Celtic throw-in. It should be a Celtic. I don't even know why I'm bothering, man. It's just the same shit every time. Yeah, it's like choosing if you want like a modern day fullback or a traditional one. Most people don't like traditional ones because they don't have stats. Taylor's good in his own way. Valley's different and offers something unique. Like, you can make a case for either or. I'm in the camp of like 55% Valet, 45% Taylor. I like Valet a little bit more, but I don't see him staying, so you need to give Taylor 15 minutes. What'll be the point, you know what I mean? Come on. There is time for us to get something out of this, but we need to fucking hustle, boys, come on. Not like us to do it the fucking easy way, right? Good pass outside, cut back and across. Could be dangerous if we want to move it a bit further. Simple enough. Got up. Back towards Trusty. Can't say anything bad about Trusty's performance. Definitely probably the player on the park today. Good step in for Connor, he might just do something with that. Roll back. Chance on the edge of the area, the switch in's decent, it could be awkward. Ida's got the header on it, but doesn't really do anything too much. Rebounds out, I think, for a corner kick, which isn't too bad. The Irishman's trying to force something. Almost behind him to kind of make it a bit difficult. It's a good block by Brunauer again. He's made some really decent defensive manoeuvres. That's very kind of Megan, thank you very much. When was the last time a Celtic team only had one shot on target? Probably the last time we played Dortmund. Ball into the box, punched away. McGregor kills the speed of the ball a little bit, and for some reason we go all the way back to our goalkeeper despite everybody being in the other half. You've just allowed Zagreb to step out. Well, that sums it up. And Rogers, no offence, man, but this is definitely one of your weaker ones, for sure. We have not gone out of second gear at any point. I don't even think we've really fucking left first that often. Good space play. Decent for Ralston, brings him into it. Just got to run at him here, Taylor. You've got the fucking space. Does a little bit and gets it into McGregor. Simple roll behind's decent, and then we just go back anyway. It's the simple stuff every time. Hey, thank you very much, Jumbo, very kindly. That's 15-10. That's progress, thank you very much. So, you have to take it with a kind of grain of salt. I don't think it's been a bad performance, it's just not been a great one in any aspects. Chance into the box here, Ida. Cross, that's a good block. It's a really good fucking block, man. Like I said, Zagreb are just holding on at this point. That's two really decent blocks and back-to-back attacks. But that one was crucial because if he didn't get there, we would have had a tap in. That's heartbreaking. Come on, man. There's still time. Forrest will engage the press. Bundles his man over for some reason, so it's going to be a foul. Pointless to do that, James, I'll be honest. But it seems like a point is as good as it's going to get for now. That was a very, very good chance. You can't take anything away from him, but again, it was a great ball for him as well. I think if Ida cut across his man, he might have been able to get a touch on it, but he tried to pull away, thinking I might have just pushed that back a bit further. Slowly but surely, this game's coming to an end. Don't know how many time or how much additional time there'll be, I'll tell you once it pops up, but ball into the box for Zagreb, cut back. They're looking for a late potential lmao. This better not be a Lazio situation. Ball's been sent forward and high, good touch for Ida, holds it up well. The pass forward's decent, but for some reason just no commitment to try and hang out there. Going to take a bounce off, Zagreb will get the throw in, halfway line roughly. Ball to play it safe and go backwards. Nah, I mean, at least in the Porto game you scored, I mean, it was twice, not too bad. But if you're talking about if you're talking about the other team, yeah, fair, honestly. They very much played poorly. That's me being nice about it. Shot from range for Zagreb, not too much of a threat. I mean, I respect the fact that he went from there, but it was never going to be too much of a threat. 3 additional minutes of added time. Ironically, it's the shortest added time I think we've had. There's about 2.5 minutes, give or take. Ball's been sent forward. Come on, boys. Just do a madness. That's all I'm asking. Potential danger, but we have to go now. Running out of time fast. We have to fucking move. Trusty. Lads, forward. Side to side ain't going to do fuck all. Go forward. Go forward. You know that's a thing you can do. Can you stop fucking Ralston? Pass it forward, you fat fucking cunt. Swear to God, mate. Fucking side to side, lol. Eventually we get another fucking half and then we pass it straight back. Right, great. Is it just a thing now? He's given up. Good step inside, not too bad. For some reason we just decide to try and send it long. And we give the ball away, you fuckers. See, when you play like this, I don't think you should legally be allowed a wage. Honestly, like, see, when you play that bad, you do not deserve to actually get paid money at the end of the week. Maybe just Monopoly money or something. Or like Celtic coins or some fucking like currency that you can use in the Celtic fucking canteen. Because it ain't even worth the bread that's on the fucking table right now. This is bad. I know we lost 7-1 to Dortmund, but at least you know why you lost to Dortmund, because Dortmund's a good fucking side. Zagreb have been a bunch of diving wee bellends since minute 1, and they've gotten away with it because our fucking finishing has been woeful, our midfield has been woeful. The only slightly cohesive part of our team has been our defence, which is all well and good, but they've had very little defence to do. And unless there's a miracle in the next minute and a half, ain't nothing happening, man. It's ridiculous. One shot on target, you absolute wastes of time. Ball's been sent forward. Should be a foul. Referee gives it, so we will have one last opportunity. So we're not defensively fell over every time we were touched. This will probably be the last big opportunity. Just get everybody forward and swing into the fucking box, man. Just force the issue. Come on, boys. Ball's be fucking straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. That wasn't even an attempt. Sent forward, he's just playing long rushy with the keeper. There we go, Schmeichel. It's it back in, and that's full time. Yeah, straight away, turn to handshake the fucking Zagreb player. You know why, mate? I'm sorry, that guy, that referee, whoever the fuck he was, needs checked. He was awful that entire match, man. One team got the benefit in 99.9% of the calls. Shocking, man. Even more shocking, our performance. One shot on target despite having fucking near enough, like, what, 70% of the ball? Stale, man. That's 2 fucking games now where we've had a very simple opportunity to put some fucking slightly respectable like credit to our name. Get a win against Bruges or get a point against no, instead these cunts capitulate like always. And now we have to get something against Young Boys. We need to draw against them, because if we don't get something from them, we then need to beat Aston Villa. And if I fucking swear to God, if we bottle this for here, none of these cunts should stay after summer. Bang, get them to fuck. That is the stalest performance I've seen this season, and I'm being genuinely serious about that. I get that the referee hasn't been the fucking greatest of credit to the game. Zagreb were defending well, but we did not do anything that was slightly fucking noteworthy in that match. Apart from Bernardo's free kick in the 15th minute, there was nothing, absolutely nothing to smile about. What a fucking joke, lads. Like, I get it, it's a point, it's not bad. Like, let's take a look at the table, you'll see why this is frustrating. Because, yeah, like, it's all well and good, right, no problems or anything, but there are numerous teams to play, and if either of these bastards decide to win, boom, we're in a problem, right? Same with these fuckers here, if they win, they're within touching distance with 2 games left. Celtic have still, for some fucking reason, decided that we don't want to make it easier for ourselves. 2 draws, back to back, when both times we should have fucking won comfortably. That is, it's frustrating, because you know that Celtic are a team that are capable. We've seen what we've been able to do against teams like Slovan, against teams like Leipzig, where you can get the occasional performance where Celtic look good. But the last few matches, we've just looked stale as fuck, man. Like, since Aberdeen, basically, we've just like, Like, the only progress you can say is, yeah, it's a point, right? 2 years ago, we would have lost the game somehow, we would have found a way to give away an own goal or something. But as a whole, not particularly good. Art of Robert Reed, thank you for the sub, man. I just noticed that came through there. Thank you very much, mate. Very kind. It's not great, honestly. Very disappointing as a whole, right? Like, you can't say anything else besides that, man. Oh, for fuck's sake. Thank you very much, Crow. You did not need to do that, man. Let's see, we were lost. I mean, yeah. Young Boys are shite. I know we're saying that, but it's not as if we're that much better right now. But, again, it's good in the sense that it's a point. We have to take the silver linings from this. But it's one of those where, again, when you look at it as a whole, we should have done something better. Like, again, started the game well, had the right idea, got to the 30th minute, we start to slow or roll a wee bit, and you think, right, maybe that's just Rodgers calming things for the second half. No, we come out the second half and actually play a lot worse. Right, Zagreb actually had more shots than us, right? We only had 1 shot in the first half, 6 in the second, 1 on target. That's not exactly going to get you anything but parry. What a point you would say is fair in some aspects, but it's fucking not. Like, you in my head, I feel like we deserved more. On paper, maybe not, but we had more of the ball, more of the passing. We had the ball in the box 1,000,001 times, but for some fucking reason, every opportunity we had to just pass it across, we didn't. And the one time we did, it nearly resulted in a goal, because right at the game on, Giles plays a beautiful pass across the box, and if it's just a slightly bit more to the left, that's straight through to Iden, it's a tap-in. But even he didn't really come on and have like an instant impact. McCowan didn't really do anything, which is a bit of a surprise. But again, at least he tried to force a shot. He was the only one that had a shot on target. It's like minor victories in a game that should have been a major moment for us. Because if we, again, beat them tonight, we would have gone through. There would have been no debate about it. Mathematically, we would have been safe. Now, we need a guaranteed point from the remaining 2 games. So whether that be a draw against Young Boys, or a draw against Villa, or a win against either or, we need something. We cannot afford to lose both games now. It's still in our court. It's still very much, within our realms of being able to deal with it. But I really don't know what shot I'm going to choose, Lizzie, quite honestly. I don't think there is a shot I can choose. There's not a goal. There is not a single goal. I'll have to look for something, I guess. Like maybe like Bernardo's chance or something. I don't know, or a funny moment. But these, it's the same as like the Dortmund game. Like you just get that depressed thinking about it. Like, what's the point? I'd say it's a little bit like that, Christopher. I wouldn't say it's the worst performance we've ever had, but this season, 100%. Because again, Dortmund, you know why you lose to teams like Dortmund when they're at their best, right? They're fucking last season Champions League finalists. That's self-explanatory. Zagreb were bad. They were not good in any capacity. They barely attacked, and the one fucking time they really did, Schmeichel had to pull out a good stop. But besides that, what did they do? Like, nothing of note, really, and they still walk away with a point. That's why Zagreb are still in the Champions League as it is, man, because they've done that 2 or 3 times. And like I said at the start of all this, Zagreb might not be the best team when it comes to like getting wins, but they're frustrating as fuck. So it doesn't surprise me. But at the same time, you have to kind of look at it on paper. I might just pick a fucking moment where I lost my shit at the referee or something. I don't know. I really don't, because there's so few things to talk about the game in a positive light. Like, it's fine. A point's a point. You know, 9 points out of like, you know, 6 games isn't horrible for a team like Celtic. But we've had 2 matches now where if we'd won them both, rather than us being on 9 points, we would have been on 13. And 13 points would have mathematically meant that we would have been in a much more comfortable position. That's you off, Crowtails. You enjoy yourself, man. Catch you on Sunday. I should actually pull that up for those that are curious. If anyone's curious when the next game is, because of course it's the big one, the biggest one, and you probably, in case you are slightly hanged, it's not at 3. A lot of people thought it was at 3, but it's at 3:30. It's a wee bit later on, so you get an extra 15 minutes to wake up and kind of cure your hangover before the go. Make a shorts compilation of all the referees fuck offs. I might just pick the one where I like, especially on in jails, the two-handed push in the back or something, but nah. Well, I don't want to put negative shots up unless it's like a funny moment. I don't want to be like actually like angry. Like, I could take maybe one of the misses. Or maybe Rio's miss plus. Actually, do you know what? That might be the clip. See that chance at the end of the first half, that pass through that Rio fucked? Might have to be something like that, and it'll just be like summarisation of the game, and it's just like a 10-second clip where I'm like, oh for fuck, and it just ends. Nothing too long. Pragmatism? Absolutely is a word. Same with the word pragmatic, right? You're away to pick up a pizza. Damn right. Good fucking call. Get me a pepperoni slice. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the Discord, Megan. You take it easy. After that display they owe us on Sunday. Fucking too right, Kevin. You do it. You've summarised it to a perfect extent, right? Like, if there's a way to redeem yourself, that. Just get the... I realise that my camera's inversed. That. As long as we get the victory against Rangers, then it's not so bad. Because I did say this to Flash at the start. Or not at the start, like before, I think it was after the Aberdeen game, where I was like, as long as we beat Hibs, draw against like Zagreb or win against them, and beat Rangers, I'll consider that successful regardless of what happens the rest of the month. So the bare minimum has been achieved tonight, in the sense that yes, it's a point, but it should have been a lot better than a stale ass 0-0 draw. The question is, what happened between... let me quickly switch to this so I can switch screens and look. What happened between Liverpool and Girona? Did that end as a draw? Or was there a victory? Mo Salah, he scored. Good for him. Well, at least one of my team's done me a solid. And actually, that's good for us. It means Girona mathematically can't catch us. So one team has been sent to the gulags, basically. They're gone. Girona's one of the first teams confirmed, basically. Because that's 3 points out of 6. Can't catch us and we're on 9. So, yeah, mathematically, they're not in a good position. Unlucky. And I mean, at least our next opponent, this is the one silver lining, right? Our next opponent, depending on what happens obviously in their next game, they're there. They're worse than Bratislava, and we hammered these cunts 5-1. So, there's the way to look at it. But it's also not fun when you look at Leipzig and realise that our 2 wins have been against like the 2 of the 3 worst teams. And then it's weird when you look across it, because like, yeah, we got the draw against Bruges, fair enough. Got the draw against Zagreb, fair enough. Like, we've kept them at bay, basically. We're here, technically above City, which is nice. It's always fun. We'll take it. But the one good team we did really play, look at them. There's Atalanta though, give them credit. So we're still alive, we're still okay. I'm not, you know, dead to rights or anything, but it's still a little frustrating considering the fact we could have done a wee bit better. Bring on Sunday indeed. Well, I don't give a shit if we squeak in the top 24, but we just need to get across the line, basically. That's the way that I'm looking at it, fella. And honestly, we've not been too bad. It could have been a lot worse, but yeah, I mean, as number 6 just put in there, almost spot on. Should have been a lot more than just that draw. Fair enough. I can't argue. Let's send them there because, let's be honest, they were quite shit anyway. They could maybe use the extra labour so they can toughen themselves up a little bit. Especially the Zagreb players, man. They were made out of fucking, like, helium. They got touched. Like, they've been shot. Fair enough, lads, but come on. As what is. I don't know. I think the only thing I really need to touch on for the rest of this is man of the match, right? Which is probably, I'd say, Trusty. I think Trusty would get the call. So, yeah. I don't know, maybe I can make the shot now and just be like, fucking, I don't know. Let me just think. Hi, hello, review of the game in 60 seconds or less. We were shit. I don't even need 60 seconds, man. I don't even think you could fit all the highlights into 60 seconds. We were quite bad. That's all I'm going to say. The referee can go fuck himself too. Yay. Trusty was man of the match. I think that's all I really need to say. And that will be the shot. There we go. Fucking rig the system, make it go my way. There we are. Fantastic. These teams could knock us out of the top 24. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, we need to have a few results go our favour now. Like, that's what, like, you know, not so bad. Beat Young Boys, that's 12 points. Yeah, I mean, even if we get a point against Young Boys, 10 points is mathematically enough. It's just frustrating because we should have had 10 points against Bruges, and now we're sitting on 9 after Zagreb, so it's a wee bit, but it is what it is. I'm not too disappointed, but it's one of those ones where I'm like, why did we need to play shit in that game specifically? Like, that was worse than how we played against, like, Hibs and Aberdeen. And, like, yeah, we got a point, but it's not that good. Yeah, but fair dues to Trusty. Absolutely deserves it 100%, man. He was top class. So, you kind of have to look at it with the kind of silver linings here and there. Could have been much worse on paper as it played out as a whole, but I think if you're thinking about it, not the best, right? Like, as long as we get something against Young Boys, that's the way I'm looking at it, right? But I don't think there's too much else for me to summarise, so I'll get ready to wrap this up relatively soon. We've got another 3 or 4 minutes, and then we'll probably just wrap this up a little bit, get it rolling, all that necessary jazz. So if you've got any final questions, you're more than welcome to throw them in. And like I said, next game is pretty cool because we've got these guys. So, at least there's a redemption match. You're getting the bucket in for Vallejo, yes. So, well, we got Young Boys first, mate. I mean, that's a very weird sentence to say, actually, you know, back to back. It's like either way we need to take something for the Young Boys and the Villa. You know what I mean? This is like a fucking Jersey Shore episode. But nonetheless, I have faith, right? Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, like, I'm heartbroken by it. Like, you know, a point's a point, it's not so bad or anything, but it is, you know, it kind of is what it is. Like, I don't think it's that horrible. Hold on. Oh shit, yeah, my parents phoning me too, so that's not good. Worst time for that to happen. I'll need to wrap up the stream relatively soon so I can phone her back. Hold on. Hello, Mum, I'll phone you back in like 3 minutes. I'm streaming right now.
Right, it's important. Phone me back, okay?
Right, well done.
Right, love you.
Okay, someone's either dead or someone has cancer. I'm not too sure. We'll kind of confirm with that when that happens. Let me pull up the outro music. I feel bad because she said I love you as I hung up, and I need to immediately like phone her back. I hate that makes me feel bad. Yeah. For anyone that's lingering about here, by the way, I'm going to put it in like in the chat. But if you want to follow my Instagram, which I never use, I want to clarify, but if you just want to, you know, follow me on a different social media, you can, I suppose. So let me just pull that. It's there if you want to go and search it up, I guess. But that's it about everything else I need to summarise. So let me do all the necessary things. So let's start off with this. If you want to join us for the next game, you're more than welcome to do so. 15th, 5 days from now, we take on our good old-fashioned rivals in a good old-fashioned final. Hopefully we get ourselves a victory in that one. We balance out the karma of being fucked over a lot today. But then again, 2 back-to-back games with the referees are absolute bollocks. Wouldn't really surprise me whatsoever. Kind of tends to happen. But a point's a point. Like I said, Zagreb were decent. Give them credit for the defensive aspects, but every other aspect of their game can fuck themselves. But I mean, I like Leipzig. They're good. You know, very good for them. You have to kind of look at it at face value. So it's one of those, you know. But nonetheless, you kind of take it at face value, you know. So yeah, I think that's everything for this stream that I need to deal with, because I've got an emergency to kind of handle right now, so I'll deal with that first. Keep an eye out for that little short. I'll take that like 10-15 second clip and I'll put that up, and that should probably do. And yeah, that kind of summarises the rest of all that, I guess. So yeah, thank you for watching, thank you for coming along for the stream. Sorry that the result didn't go as planned, but it is what it is. If you would like to go and check out all the other VODs, they're all on this channel. You can go and watch them if you want someone to, you know, fall asleep to in the background. I'm probably the perfect voice for that, unless we score or we win, which is basically all the streams. So you have to kind of look at it at face value like that. Orders in, I love to see it. Tell me what pizza you got before we leave. I'll hang on. Music, back 30 seconds. What pizza did you retrieve? I need to know. Damn, hell yeah. I love to see it. GG indeed, mate. Oh, look up, welcome. At least you remember me, man. Your name will be back on the wall come the end of it. Mad game is probably the best way to summarise it. Hell yeah. That's good. I'll be in there once I deal with what I need to deal with here. But I'll be there. I'm going to bail out now, do what I need to do, all that necessary stuff. I'm waiting to see what pizza was ordered. I'm curious now. Bellissimo. Now that is a good choice. Just essentially as much meat as you can fucking fit. Good stuff, good answer. Good night, yous enjoy yourselves, yous take it easy, absolutely bless yous all. I'll add you to that wall as soon as I can, look up, you have my word. And of course, the final thing to say is despite the fact that we were awful, Celtic is still the best goddamn team in the world. See yous after. See yous on Sunday. We'll be absolutely cruise to a final win. See yous then. Hamden time, baby. See yous then.